What's up, everyone? Yep, it's your friend Movie and Game Lover 98 here, and today I'll be doing a stream showing my Thomas and Friends home media collection. This time we'll be going from the Nitrogen era. Yep, we'll be showing releases from the Nitrogen era only. So yep, let's get started, and I hope you guys like this stream, and anyone's welcome to join. But rules, if anyone's screen is not showing appropriate stuff, or their screen is making inappropriate background noises, or not letting me read the live chat, I'll have to remove that YouTuber from the stream, or that person who tries to join. So yeah. Yep, let me go ahead and provide the link a few times. Alright, provide the link a few times. Now let's get on with this Thomas Home Media Collection, showing off the Nitrogen era releases only. Hold on, there's a guest. Oh my god, it's fiery. No. And Zika's man says, can I tell you something? But anyway, let's just get started with the collection. Hold on, there's some comments I gotta read. AR Dude says, hey. Hello, hey, AR Dude. Hello to Jaxie Minx. And hello, Fiery. Hello, King Arjun Reviews. And Zero the Hedgehog. And Zeke is mad. What the living death is that YouTuber for? I'm doing amazing. Thanks, AR Dude. Oh no, this is probably not good. I got bad news. Fiery says for me. Hates I'm now gonna be Max? What on earth is that for? I never act like stupid Max from. I don't act like silly Max. Anyway, let's just start with the collection with Hero of the Rails, the very first full CGI Thomas anything to come out on physical media in the United States. And that is inaccurate Hit Entertainment. That is false Hit Entertainment and Lionsgate. Thomas did actually speak for his very first time in the 2000 movie Thomas and the Magic Railroad. And yeah. And also, Thomas of MLP is cutting ties with me. Can you help me? I don't know if I can help with that, Fiery, because I mean, because I don't know how to help with that. The guest. Oh, it's Gabe. I guess I could add Gabe if I can say it's okay, because I got to make sure it's okay. Hopefully I can ask him nicely if he could please, if he's got no siblings that'll be annoying. Just hope not, otherwise I'll have to kick him out. I'm pretty sure I should be fine.
Hey.
Hey, Gabe.
I'm very sorry for what I did.
So, well, let's just not talk about it. Let's just keep focusing on the stream right now. How's it going?
I'm putting time out for some reason.
Well, anyway, let's just look at Hero the Rails right now.
I'm sorry that I told you about what Fiery did. This is all my fault. Oh, Hero the Rails. Pretty good.
Except there are a few false things in this movie.
Oh.
That's false to entertainment. Thomas spoke in the 2000 theatrical movie Thomas Magic Railroad. But I guess the reasons why they did this again is because so they could give Edward and Emily their own voices as well. Hold on, more private chat. You might get Misty Island Rescue sometime, Fiery says in the private chat. And Toss LP fan can join too. Hopefully something doesn't just give me some trouble.
Hey, Gabe.
You're here early, Railway Series.
Hey, Railway Series.
Hey.
Oh, yep, here's Hero the Rails. We're starting off with the Nitrogen era Thomas stuff. Yeah, welcome to this Railway Series. It's the Thomas Home Media Collection, showing stuff only from the Nitrogen era, 13 through 16, but Hero the Rails started it off. Which I know some people don't really have Hero the Rails, even though it's one of the best way to start off the CGI era, full CGI with this movie.
Yeah, I like putting Hero the Rails in part of my headcanon. I gotta say, the Solar Steamworks is pretty good.
Yeah, because we never get to see where the actual works is. Because in the previous model seasons, they only show like the works off screen. They just mention it's off to the works for that engine, but the works is not shown.
And now, since Hero the Rails, the Steamworks is a prominent thing in the show.
Hold on, Fabian's trying to join. I don't know if I can let Fabian join. I'll have to make sure it's safe just to be sure. Yep, Hero the Rails, I say definitely recommend this movie. But I'm never ever getting this in the 10 movie birthday collection. Along with the other Toss films, all these four are in 10 movie birthday collection along with the Heroic collection, which I'm never buying those collections. Yeah, never ever buying Heroic collection or 10 movie birthday collection. Even though I gotta admit the white case on 10 movie birthday collection looks cool, I rather just have them separately because I can look at these cool bonus features. But yeah, that's Hero the Rails all taken care of. Now we move on to Splish Splash Splosh, which is the first full CGI episodic Thomas release to come out in the US. Well, even though it hit theaters in late 2009 in November.
Wait, it came out in theaters?
Yeah, November 2009, and then it hit physical media in January 2010. Yep, first one to have Mr. Perkins segments in between each episode, leading up to Animals Aboard. And Marissa, the Lego Movie 2 fan 2023 says hello to you, Gabe. And hello to me as well. Hello, Miss Marissa.
Okay.
But yep, Splish Splash Splosh is the first full season 13 release. So I was just making sure you guys can hear me. By the way.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep, this one has Mr. Perkins. Well, yeah, we all know the Perkins segments. I mean, if you watch all these releases, you can just skip the episodes but watch Perkins segments only.
I always liked the Mr. Perkins segments.
Yeah, one YouTuber says he doesn't like the actual episodes of 12 through 24, but he'd rather watch the Arkwright and Perkins scenes only. Yep. I mean, I like the episode itself, Splish Splash Splosh, don't get me wrong. Only he has to see Thomas get his comeuppance at the end. Because I'm actually glad the US put the right order. I don't know why the UK messed that up. And, like, UK children are confusing. Wait, I thought he was already shown. Yep, we all know this one, Mr. Perkins. He's making a cake for Sir Tom Hatt's birthday. Well, even though there are 2 Thomas home media releases from the Nitrogen era, we'll see that Sir Tom Hatt's birthday in those episodes. But yeah, there's Splish Splash Splosh.
Oh, I mean, I did manage to get one DVD of a certain show that you might remember.
Hold on. There's Fiery saying something in a private chat to Railway series about cutting ties. I don't know what that even means. But anyway, Splish Splash Splosh. Yeah, Splish Splash Splosh. Like, luckily up to this and the other ones, Railway Mischief, I can just skip the engine roll call, but I just got to make sure what happens after the engine roll call before the credits show up, because sometimes on later CGI releases, they just tend to show the steam transitions to the credits, but on other ones, they'll just use the little animation transition in between. Like when I did the closing to this one, I think this one showed the little animation after the engine roll call was over. And yes, this one in the credits they say Mr. Perkins Sodor of talent, but this he doesn't do a talent thing. He just says making a cake. Oh, William Mulder says who's ready for Thanksgiving? I'm kind of ready for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, me too.
Me 3.
More private chat again. Fabian 2003 score says in the private chat says how far he's doing. Fiery says he's doing okay. And Fabian.
Well, I'm doing fantastic.
Oh, Splish Splash Splosh. Yeah. We all know what it's like. I'm surprised this came in a blue case like the individual Season 12 releases, even though I don't have the Season 12 box set to show off. But yeah, Splish Splash Splosh. I say some people might want to get this, but some people don't. But luckily I have this and the other 3 Season 13 individual, all Season 13 releases individually, because I don't like the Steam Team Collection release that much. I'd rather have separate releases where I can just watch them in order. Yes, Splish Splash Splosh, I recommend this. And here's Toss the Runaway Kite. I'm surprised this came out in theaters a few days after Splish Splash Splosh hit physical media. But this came out in DVD in March 2010. I'm shocked. It actually came out in theaters January 2010, just a few days after Splish Splash Splosh hit physical media. But this came out DVD March 2010. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get a new blue case for my Toss the Runaway Kite DVD. It's not that badly, it's not damaged or anything, it just has the sticky residue and I can't get it off. And William Aldrich says, imagine every Thomas DVD comes in a blue case. Yeah, they should have just done that, like, painted like their eco boxes. Well, I mean, there's some releases, like, you know how the Thomas Celebration one, that reprint and like the Lionsgate reprint, that one's in a red eco box. They should have done the same thing with blue cases. Like I see a Toss of Sword Celebration Easter Edition version. That's a Lionsgate reprint, but it comes in a cool reddish eco box. And they should have done the same thing with blue cases for Thomas. Because, you know, Thomas is a blue engine. But yeah, we know Thomas Runaway Kite. Some people... I'm surprised Lego Lover does not like any of these episodes on this release, but he's nostalgic for Splish Splash Splosh, and he doesn't mind some of the episodes on Creaky Cranky, which is coming up in just a sec. Well, I don't know why he doesn't like Toss Runaway Kite, or, well, I mean, Buzzy Bees I can understand some people don't like. I mean, because some people complain that's on every, like, digital release. Well, some people say it's a bonus episode on the digital release of the home media release of Thomas in Charge. Thomas and the Runaway Kite. I mean, the episode itself, I kind of enjoy it, actually, because, you know, Thomas was trying to take the cup to Knapford Station, but he realized he wanted to help the children as well. So I gotta say, I kind of like Thomas and the Runaway Kite, the episode of the same name of the release of the same name, technically. But I can understand some people don't like Thomas the Runaway Kite, but I actually kind of like the episode itself on this release.
Same.
And this one with Perkins, he's looking after a parrot named Beaky. Which, for some reason, those scenes get reused on Animals Aboard for some stupid reason. One on Earth, Lionsgate.
Yeah, why would they ever decide to do that?
Well, you see why when I get to Animals Aboard eventually later. But yeah, Toss Runaway Kite, I say give this release a try. I mean, maybe you'll like some of these episodes. William Waldrop says Runaway Kite is a good one. Yeah, it is a good one. I mean, there's nothing flawed. I mean, Thomas tries to take the cub to Knapford Station, but he wants to help the children out and not make them feel sad. But then when he tries to get to the kite, he ran out of coal. And then he wants his friends to help him look for the kite while he takes the cup to Knapford Station, that little winner's cup that looks like a trophy. But Toss Runaway Kite, you'll probably like the episode itself, of the same name of the release. When I watched it back in like the 2010s, I was like, huh, this is an interesting episode. And then I watched it again, and I was actually amazed by it. But yeah, the other two I don't really like that much. I mean, I think between the middle of the sandwich, out of the two that I dislike the most, I would have to say probably Toby's New Whistle's the worst, in my opinion. Yeah, I would say Toby's New Whistle's probably the worst, in my opinion, on this release. Because think about it, why did Toby have a new whistle when he literally had one already in the classic series? But yeah. I mean, Biggest Present of All I can understand, and Buzzy Bees, it's okay. Well, wait. Toss Runaway Kite, I mean, like I said, the first of the sandwich and the end of the sandwich I like, but two of the episodes I just do not like that much. Well, wait. Yep. And then up next would be Greatest Stories, once they're doing... This is kind of like the same way I almost did my all CGI Thomas one, but when I started with the Adventure Pack, but we're still going straight to Creaky Cranky right now. Yeah, Creaky Cranky. This one, I'm surprised. This one of the 4 mainstream season 13 releases, this one was not put out in theaters, but the first 2 and later on Line of Sodor, those ones did get theatrical release dates. But this one out of the 4 didn't. Hold on, more private chat, guys. I got 2005. 4 reprint of Thomas's Friends Get Along VHS from eBay yesterday. Fiery said to Fabian 2003's corner. Wow, that is so amazing. I saw that release of Thomas's Friends Get Along, but I'm getting the 2000 blue ink label of Thomas's Friends Get Along. But I'm gonna get the original 1998 VHS box. But yeah, here's Creaky Cranky, the release that came before Misty Island Rescue. Because spoiler alert, Misty Island Rescue is coming up next. Surprised this one does not have any more cool bonus features other than the remade version of the sound song, which I don't like the CGI version that much. And William says, my favorite season 13 episode is Tickle Pink. Yeah, I kind of agree. It's my favorite James episode of season. Well, just out of the Nitrogen era in general, because, that came from the Railway Series book story called Henry Sees Red. The Tickle Pink episode. Every time I watch Tickle Pink, I just want to read I don't have the book that has the story Henry Sees Red, but I can listen to it on YouTube. I could just search up Henry Sees Red, and I can watch that one where Henry gets painted red like James. Hold on, more private chat again. What's your opinion on the WNET logo from 2009? It's in... Wait, hold on. What's he saying this to me? Which Discovery Kids back in the day. The blue tape copy of Thomas's Friends Get Along. It's a Kmart exclusive copy in the title card variants. Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah, Creaky Cranky. Some of the episodes are good. I mean, I kind of like the episode itself, Creaky Cranky, but Tickle Pink, I've got to say, is my favorite because, I think it's the best James episode of the Nitrogen era overall because James keeps getting embarrassed that engines and other friends are laughing at him because of his pink undercoat, but he kept realizing if he kept hiding from them just to avoid getting laughed at, he'll be late to pick up the children to take to their birthday party. But yeah, the early bird is still not my favorite. Yeah. All I would have liked if Michael Brandon could have just said Thomas was excited. Well, after he still says Thomas was excited, what if Thomas could have just said he hadn't pulled the mail train in a long time? Because think about this. In the last episode of the model series, Best Friends, which I know I hate that episode, but luckily, like in that scene, Thomas was pulling the mail cars. And then like in the 6th episode, like right towards after Hero the Rails, in the 6th episode of season 13, The Early Bird. Hold on. Jackson Minx is asking what season is The Early Bird from. That obviously season 13, which like 6 episodes, like right after in the 6th episode of season 13, Thomas, the narrator Michael Brandon says Thomas was excited he had never pulled the mail train before, but literally in the last model series episode, he was pulling Percy's mail cars.
Yeah, I don't think that I think the early bird episode is pretty much of a weird one.
I mean, I gotta admit the dawn scenes were amazing, I gotta say. And how the windmill wasn't even moving. I think that's the first time we ever got to see Cranky falling asleep. Like the early bird is the first episode in best order that we could see Cranky falling asleep. And for Victor and Kevin, those were like that's when Thomas tries again to do the mail train without being noisy. We get to see their sleepy faces up close. Well, we get to see Victor's sleeping face later when we get to Day of the Diesels later. But yeah. But this has my favorite Perkins scenes on any Nitrogen Thomas era release ever. Or this one. This is the first instance where Mr. Perkins mentions the old engine driver who was in the previous segments, Mr. Arkwright, but this is Perkins' segment to do it. Yeah, and I don't know why every time I watch Lego Lovers HMR on the Adventure Pack, he says Mr. Perkins murdered Mr. Arkwright? No. Even though, rest in peace, Ben Forster, who played Mr. Perkins, but Robert Slade is still alive. We just won't see Mr. Arkwright ever again. Because, well, we all know what date of 2017 Ben Forster passed away. Well,
yeah,
it was probably... Well, we know that. It was probably the beginning of 2017. And this was less than 7 years before Ben Forster passed away. But yeah, Creaky Cranky, I say most of the episodes are good. I think Tickle Pink is my favorite. I mean, Steamy Soda, I don't think it's bad, but it's cool to see someone being in charge of the Steamworks other than Victor. Well, Cranky, that's... Luckily, I found the version of Big Lots 7 years ago with that collectible coloring book. And same thing when I got the version of the greatest stories from Target. Hold on, more private chat. I'm getting so many private chat. Crud. There we go, private chat. Wow, happy 22nd birthday to Fabian's Mina Core 2001, says Fiery. So cool. Oh, wow, tomorrow is Fabian's Mina Core 2001's birthday. Well, happy early birthday to him. Because I'm actually shocked. He was born the same day the Nintendo GameCube launched in North America. He was born on November 18th, 2001. Well, yeah, he was born the same day of November 2001 the Nintendo GameCube launched in North America. I'm actually really shocked at that. I'll have to give him a shout out to Fabian's Mina Core 2001. Well, Creaky Cranky, like I said, has one of my favorite episodes and my favorite Perkins scenes on this release, on any Thomas Nitrogen era release of all time. This one where he's getting ready for someone's birthday. Even though, like in the other Perkins segment, Splish Splash Splosh, it was Sir Thomas' birthday, but Perkins had to make a cake to take to his birthday. He made it in the engine driver's common room. And Jackson Mink says, how did Ben Forster pass away? Well, he just had cancer. Well, Creaky Cranky's all done. Oh boy, I know we gotta suffer through this trash, this piece of garbage, Misty Island Rescue.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Misty Island Rescue, but I know you guys have seen my latest post on saying what I think I'm never going to watch that You Know What Thomas Wooden Railway Adventures movie ever again. Well, one of these movies I'm holding, Thomas has already been off the island of Sodor. This is one of the movies, the LMD Magic Railroad. Even though some people say Magic Railroad is not canon to the Thomas series, but at least Thomas was going off the island of Sodor technically, but it's just through magic buffers. This one, Sir Topham Hatt told Thomas, as a reward for rescuing Diesel from almost falling off the cliff, he will send him to the mainland to pick up some Joby wood on the mainland. I mean, that's cool that this is the first... Well, it's technically the one... Even though it's weird, it says Thomas journeys off the island of Sodor in this exciting movie adventure, even though he's technically disappeared from the island of Sodor because the magic buffers in Magic Railroad. But like I said, people say they want to forget Magic Railroad, even that stupid Mattel. They want to forget about that. They say forget about stupid Magic Railroad because they say it was a poor failure in the box office, even though I don't think it was bad in my opinion, Magic Railroad. But you know what I mean. But I know but some people say there are some good things that make up for these annoying parts. Some people say these good parts can be out them hating the logging locos and the Misty Island sets themselves. Like some people say they do like the chase with Thomas chasing Diesel at the beginning and try to stop him. And the music is almost the equivalent to Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, which I know you guys have probably heard.
Wow. Well, I still like. Well, I like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's a yeah. This is like a Thomas version of that because I mean I don't know if any of you guys have Pirates of the Caribbean on physical media. Well, I think it's like the first Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. If you guys have that movie on physical media,
I had listened to some of the soundtracks from that movie.
Yeah, but my other favorite thing is I like the new lifeboat named Captain. I mean, he's the only water vehicle we have in the CGI series. That's not counting Bulstrode because we've only seen Bulstrode in season 4, and that was it. Even though there were some props that saying they were going to use Bulstrode as a wharf prop in the model series back in season 10, but unfortunately that was scrapped at the last moment. But you can see some leaked pictures of it online. But wait, yeah, Misty on Rescue. I say watch this movie and see if you guys like it. I mean, if you guys don't have it, that's fine. I mean, you can just watch it on the internet or any streaming service it's on. Because I heard one of the streaming services called Netflix is probably going to get shut down because they don't do mail-in rental DVDs anymore.
Wait, you mean the streaming service Netflix is shutting down?
I mean, I don't know if it is. I mean, I could probably look up after the stream's over because I could just check I could just Google up when is Netflix getting shut down. Because there were some movies saying they were going to be leaving Netflix very soon. I mean, this movie was on Netflix technically, but I never watched it on Netflix. I watched it watching it on plain DVD, and then I did the Blu-ray rip. I mean, I will admit the Blu-rays, it looks better in Blu-ray picture quality, despite I don't like this movie a lot. Yeah, it's still my all-time least favorite Toss movie of all time. But there are some good things I liked about this movie that are good technically. Like I said, the chase at the beginning with Thomas and Diesel, and I like the new character Captain. And the fact that they do a remix of the song from Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Well, I think in all Pirates of the Caribbean films, they do that same Pirates of the Caribbean remix music in all 5 films.
Well, apparently, Netflix is not going to shut down.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, there were some movies that are going to be taken off Netflix very soon. So I guess Netflix is not being shut down. It's just there's some stuff they're leaving Netflix. Well, anyway, Misty on Rescue. I just say give this movie a shot. I mean, I guess for Thomas people who like the Miller era, absolutely pick it up. But if you absolutely despise the whole Miller era, absolutely stay away from it. But the poster art, I gotta admit, is really pretty. I will admit. Yes.
I would have to agree with that.
Also, it's them again. Toss of Wiggles.
Hey, moving Game Lover 98.
Hey, welcome to the stream showing my Thomas Media collection. We're doing the CGI Miller Nitrogen era. Yep,
we're at Misty Island Rescue 2010 Blu-ray.
Yeah, I know some people say it's one of the absolute worst Thomas movies of all time, and also some.
Misty Island Rescue is good in my opinion. I mean, I haven't watched the movie, but I've seen the trailer. Which I have the trailer from 2 DVDs that I have, actually 3, which are Thomas and Franz, The Line of Sodor, Barney, Please and Thank You, and Barney, I Can Do It. Those are the only 3 DVDs that I have with the Misty Island Rescue trailer.
Hold on, more
Actually,
private chat, guys. And Fabian 2003's corner says he was born in May 12th, 2003. Wow. But
Nope.
yeah, and well, I'll get line of sight in a second, but yeah, let's finish. I'll just say once again, I say some people say pick up Mission Rescue if you like these three things that go over the bad stuff. If you like the new character Captain, if you like Pirates of the Caribbean from Disney, you'll get a taste of this remix and that chase with Thomas chasing after Diesel, who's racing too fast with the logs.
Yeah, this DVD is part of the only Thomas and Friends DVD that I have from the Nitrogen era.
Oh, yeah, that's Mission Rescue. All done. Now we move on to the first one, since I know Christmas is coming up. Merry Winter Wish. First season 14 release.
Is the DVD from 2011?
10.
Oh, 2010.
Oh yeah, Merry Winter Wish.
First one to have 4 season 14 episodes on a release. Even though it's a Christmas one, this is the first one to introduce season 14 to the audience. And yeah, some of these episodes, I gotta admit, are very, very good. I don't know. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know why Lego Lover hates the episode itself, Merry Winter Wish, but I got it's so beautiful though. Merry Winter Wish. It's such a beautiful episode.
Yeah, so that the fact it's a Christmas episode.
Because well, this is the first time an instance where the Nitrogen episodes get holiday Christmas episodes technically. But even though Snow Tracks was just a winter episode on Splish Splash Splosh, because muddy puddles and snow have different effects to the engines getting their dirtiness in those episodes. Well, this one, Merry Winter Wish, this is the first instance where the Nitrogen episodes have Christmas stuff in them, and it's winter time. So that's a plus. But yeah, Merry Winter Wish is a... Well, anyway. Well, anyway, what's what you're saying? Oh yeah, Merry Winter Wish. I think this is like a beautiful version of Thomas the Shooting Star, in my opinion, because I know we never got Thomas the Shooting Star on DVD in North America.
Yep,
And
this
yeah,
is the only Thomas Friends DVD I have from the Nitrogen era.
I mean, the rest are on eBay if you want to get them. They're always available on eBay. They're always waiting there.
I know.
I mean, if you had to pick,
of going to Half Price Books and getting them there, but I think I'll get it from eBay at some point when at an appropriate time.
Well, like I said, yeah, Merry Winter Wish is one of the the episode itself, while the release itself has pretty decorative artwork. The episode itself, I gotta say, is beautiful despite. Well, I mean, it's like the engines look at the star and they want to make a wish.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think I dislike either this or Toss the Shooting Star. They're both beautiful episodes. I mean, I remember watching Toss the Shooting Star on PBS Kids back in the day in 2006.
Fiery says hi to me.
Well, yeah, I'm supposed to be reading the private chat myself. He did say that. Hold on, Jackson says, "Do you like A Blooming Mess?" Well, I'm not at Thomas in Charge yet, Jackson Minx. Well, anyway, hold on. More private chat. Let me read it, guys. Says, I see Fabian, but the year 2003 is when Thomas Friends Season 7 comes out, along with the original Teen Titans. Well, I've heard of the original Teen Titans, but I never watched it as a kid. I was into more like trains and other vehicles when I was a kid. I was into like moving construction vehicles, talking trains, and talking dragons. But yeah, Merry Winter Wish. Also, this one, Mr. Perkins, where he tries to dress up as Santa Claus to take presents to the children.
I'm gonna have to say a statement for Fabian 2003's corner. That's true. eBay is going very crazy, but I don't think it's also eBay too, but I also think it's the sellers.
Yeah, sometimes the sellers just don't pay attention, but yeah, Merry Winter Wish. And I gotta admit, I do like Thomas and the Snowman Party. I mean, I think it's an equivalent of technically Thomas the Runaway Kite, because Thomas doesn't want the children to feel sad, but then he realized he forgot about Sir Topham Hatt's very important parcel. And then he grabbed the parcel, and then luckily Sir Topham Hatt had the solution to make the children happy. He gave them his old hat to put on their snowman when he got his new hat.
Because I personally think Thomas Christmas Wonderland would be the rarest Thomas DVD.
Yeah,
if I'm not wrong.
Well, yeah, it's the very rare. It's the rarest, just mainstream Thomas release to buy on DVD technically. But even though I've seen most of these older Anchor Bay releases going up on eBay for tons of money, like a Best of Percy, I remember seeing for going over $50 on eBay, which I'm not buying that.
I remember seeing listings of the early years box set, the early years, and it was for like $100.
Oh my god! But yeah, Merry Winter Wish. It has pretty episodes, and like I said, it's some cool Mr. Perkins scenes where he's getting ready to take some presents to the children. I like when he picked up the wrong box that had some smelly clothes stuff in it.
Surprisingly, the VHS of Thomas Christmas Wonderland is not rare, but the DVD is.
Yeah, why did they mess that up? Usually the VHS is supposed to be rarer than the DVD.
I mean, VHSs are like made earlier, so I think the VHS was supposed to be expensive, not the DVD.
Well, the reasons why is because the DVD was never re-released by Lionsgate. That's why Thomas Christmas Wonderland is rare nowadays by itself, because they only produced it in 2002 and that was it, and they never. Well, even though they did release a version in late 2000. Hold on, more. Well, yeah, Merry Winter Wish. I do like the Perkins scenes on this one. Now let's look at Lion of Sodor.
Yep, both got Lion of Sodor.
Which I'm actually shocked. This, along with Runaway Kite and Splish Splash Splosh, got theatrical releases before they got physical dates, before they got physical media.
Well, I hope I'm not lying to everyone that this release is okay.
Well, I gotta admit, Thomas and the Pigs was one of my favorites. All Railway series just left. And then, oh yeah. Yeah. I gotta contact that one YouTuber saying, why did he seriously made up saying there's a Gordon Takes a Dip read-along story? That wasn't even put on this release. All we got were this...
The Determination karaoke song, Party Train match game, and the Timmy Time episode, Timmy's Plane.
Which also is on Wobbly Wheels and Whistles, which is going to be next up in a sec. But first, let's look at Lion of Sodor, which this also is another one of my favorite Perkins segments, where this one, Mr. Perkins has a good... He's not even worried about anything. All he's doing is showing up...
Sodor.
I mean, I'll just gotta say, about the episode itself, Lion of Sodor, I like how, Thomas thinks it's a real lion. He put so much stuff in the crate saying it was a real lion, but it was just a statue.
Do you know what I find weird about the Tales from the Tracks VHS?
What? Hold on. Private chat. Fiery says, yeah, I'm dying to get Tales from the Tracks on VHS. It's rare. I saw it on eBay months ago, like $118, brand new, sealed. And Mox showed it to him last time he was on Discord.
So, as I was saying, something I find weird about the Tales from the Tracks VHS is that, the ink label, it's sad. It had the DVD video logo on the ink label.
The similar thing happened with one of the Bob the Builder VHS releases as well from 2006.
Yep, hold on to your hard hats. It also had the DVD logo on the ink label. That's very weird.
I mean, I think those were the only two Bob the Builder VHS tapes of 2006 to get released on VHS. One of them being When Bob Became a Builder, and then another one being Hold On to Your Hard Hats.
Yep, but Splish Splash Big Red Boat, the Wiggles VHS Splish Splash Big Red Boat did not get the DVD logo on the ink label, which was good. It only had the Hit Entertainment logo and the 20th Century Fox logo on the ink label.
Well, if they did release it on VHS, Splish Splash Bigger Boat, which Hit Entertainment didn't do, I'm surprised they did the Thomas.
The
Well,
VHS is actually really, 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 really rare, and I saw a copy of it somewhere on YouTube.
What you're saying there does exist someone has an official copy of Splish Splash Big Red Boat on VHS?
Yeah, someone had it. Remember I showed it to you?
Yeah. I think you did, yeah. But yeah, Line of Soda. I think this one has another one of my favorite Perkins segments where this one, he's not freaking out over anything. He's just showing off a model railway to show off how engine drivers do their jobs. To show the audience how he and other engine drivers do their jobs.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hayden Zerf asked me, how are you, bro? I'm doing amazing, Hayden Zerf. Thanks for asking. But I gotta admit, Thomas and the Pigs is another one of my favorite episodes because I like the cute ending in Thomas and the Pigs when Thomas he had a sweet voice saying that little piglet is looking at me, and Farmer Trotter said, "I think I'll call him Thomas." That's another thing that made me. I try not to get so embarrassed at. Whenever I watch the sweet ending to Thomas and the Pigs, and Farmer Trotter called the little piglet after Thomas.
I remember that episode. I also remember the Line of Sodor episode. In that episode, he was saying. I remember the line when there was saying most of the engines were saying, "Hi Thomas, what's your special?" He's like, "It's a lion." Wow, how exciting!
Well, I think the first one he messes up saying, "Fizzling Firebox says Thomas, I made a mistake." Or what does Henry say before he says, "Thomas, I made a mistake"? I think he says,
he's like, "Thomas, no, stop! It's not actually a real. This Line of Sodor is not a real lion." But Thomas didn't listen.
Well, no, I think I was trying to say what Henry said before he said, "Thomas, I made a mistake." I think it's Bubbling Boilers, "Thomas, I made a mistake," or Fizzling Fireboxes, "Thomas, I made a mistake."
Huh. So the Thomas Gets Tricked Spanish DVD is rare.
Wait, Spanish dub of Thomas Gets Tricked DVD? Oh my god. It's very hard to find. I found it at my local thrift store back in July of last year. Wow. I've seen some VHS tapes at half-price books, but I never bought them. But now that I got my VCR thing, I got the thing situated, I can buy more VHS tapes again.
I remember you used to have a copy of the Wiggles You Will Be Wiggling VHS.
Yep, 2002 reissue VHS, because I like how in that one it matches the designs, because like I said, I like how in that version Henry, well, even though Captain Feathersword is the same, I'm talking when Dorothy the dinosaur, Wags the dog, and Henry the octopus, I think all of them had eyebrows. Well, in the first couple of videos in the season 1 designs, Dorothy and Wags did not have eyebrows, but starting later on they did have eyebrows.
Yeah. That happened in 2000. They started having eyebrows.
Well, the only ones to have eyebrows, but
was Hoop Wiggly Party when they started having eyebrows.
Yeah, I mean, well, of course, I like how it matches on the 2002 reissue VHS and the actual program, but yeah. And also, I love Time for a Story. When Thomas, every time I see Thomas thinking what he should do, that the books are all over Farmer McCall's field. I love how he worries with his mouth open. He has this unhappy expression, but his mouth is open because he's worried about something. But then when he's about to think of a clever idea, he's about to he's about to gasp a sigh of relief and breathe out his sigh of relief, gasp, and then he says a sentence. Because this when we're trying out the full CGI in a season, their first full CGI season 13.
I remember that episode in the Line of Sodor, but when there was the episode with the library.
The books, rather. Well, and for some reason Thomas didn't wait for the books to get covered up. Oh, yep, there's Line of Sodor. I guess.
Focus Mexican VHS.
Oh, more private chat. I keep saying more. A lot of this private chat just likes to get me a lot. I got from a first store back in May before my 19th birthday. And Fiery says OMG to Fabian's 2003's corner. Let me. Yep, here's line of Soder. That's luckily I got this in a lot. I kept this copy from the lot I got back in 2015 from eBay, and I kept it to this very day.
I don't remember where I got this DVD. I maybe have got it on. I'm assuming I've got this in person sealed at an in-person store sealed.
Why?
Because as you can see over here.
Oh, okay, it's got the sticker on. Mine, I don't have the sticker on. I just took it off. Well, it was taken off when it was shipped. That huge book and DVD lot of Thomas stuff. It was.
So I'm assuming I got this sealed.
Just haven't taken it off, which I don't want to do it here in this stream. But yeah, Line of Soda. I think give this release a try. I mean, some people may like Thomas and the Pigs, and the Perkins segments they're probably the best Mr. Perkins segments I've ever seen in my life. Where this one, Perkins, he doesn't freak out at all.
I like the segments with Mr. Perkins. They're pretty good.
Well, I mean, did you watch the one on this release where he's showing the viewer a model railway to show him how he and the other drivers do their jobs?
Yeah.
That and the one on Creaky Cranky are my favorites. Those are tied for my all-time favorite.
Mr. Perkins also appeared in the 2011 DVD of Thomas in Charge.
Well, the bubble's on the Thomas in Charge DVD, but for some reason they took it off on Pop Goes Thomas and Birthday Express, and then for some reason on Thomas in Charge it's back. But yeah, Blind of Sodor, that's all taken care of. Now on to Wobbly Wheels and Whistles, which we gotta explain something about. But yeah.
I'm gonna put this back now.
Oh, what is it?
I'm going to show the two Thomas DVDs I've not shown to. I'm not sure other people have watched the other stream, but if they are, I guess I'm going to show these two. Yeah. First off,
okay.
My Thomas DVD collection has grown.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, you can show stuff as long as it's Thomas related. Other shows for Hit Entertainment are allowed to be shown. Because, like I said, Thomas was originally by Hit Entertainment, technically. But yeah, here's Wobbly Wheels and Whistles. The first release of 2011, even though it says 2010 on the back. What is Wrong with You, Lionsgate? This DVD came out at the very start of the year after 2010.
Now, start. First up, I got Thomas Sodor Celebration.
Yeah, you told me that
this is the latest edition.
Hold on, more private chat, guys. That's weird. I don't know what Fabian's 2003's corner said. It says, wow, Fiery says to Fabian about something about a Spanish to VHS, which I never have Spanish releases in my home media collection. I stay away from those. Even though you can select Spanish track, you can select the language Spanish in some of these Thomas releases.
So if you all have not known, this copy is a little weird because, as you all can see over here, this copy is the original print, but it has the Calling All Engines trailer in it. Like, I popped this DVD into my DVD player, and after the Hit Entertainment logo, it had the Calling All Engines trailer.
Oh, that's what Fabian 2003's corner says. The reasons why I speak Spanish is because I'm Italian Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican. Oh my God. I didn't know he spoke that language. Well, I mean, I know he spoke Spanish because he says he's from Puerto Rico. Well, he's from somewhere that people speak Spanish, technically. Didn't mean to say that. Wobbly Wheels and Whistles. I think this one has a good Perkins segment. This one, where he wants to spend his day off at the beach, but Henry arrived too late with the delivery. But then all of a sudden, Perkins decided if he can't go to the beach can come to him instead.
I might want to get some Thomas VHSs at some point.
Yeah, one time I saw a Thomas Gets Tricked 1990 VHS blue variation on eBay for over $40. Trust me, you do not want to pay that much.
I honestly prefer the DVD copy of Thomas Gets Tricked.
Because it has a sing-along song at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
One time, actually, I think Thomas Gets Tricked should have been the first Thomas DVD since it was the first Thomas episode.
Well, the reasons why they didn't release the home media release in DVD much earlier is because Anchor Bay didn't have any money, so they just released... Well, you know why. But anyway, Wobbly Wheels and Whistles,
Thomas was the first DVD from Anchor Bay.
Even though if you don't count Tom's Magic Railroad getting released on both VHS and DVD at the same time.
From Columbia Tristar. Home Entertainment. But Best of Thomas was the first one from Anchor Bay.
That is technically true. They were technically the first Thomas home media releases to be on both VHS and DVD at the same time, and then after that, Best of James came around.
Yep. Then I think after that was Make Someone Happy.
Then that was Make Someone Happy. That I don't want to rather list them out here, guys, because we all know the reasons. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Way too long.
Yeah, well, at least I could. Well, yeah, Wobbly Wheels and Whistles. I think that this one, another one of Mr. Perkins' segments, did an amazing job. Well, it's listed on the back here, yeah. But at least this one they match because the border, the spine's orange, and the bubble for Perkins is orange because it matches.
I do not have Wobbly Wheels and Whistles.
Oh my god. If you guys get this DVD, maybe try to stay away from Jumping Joey Wood, because I hated when Sir Tom had yelled level 4 tolerance in Jumping Joey Wood at Thomas, saying, "What is going on, Thomas?" God, I would say stay away from Jumping Joey Wood at all costs. But I gotta admit, Thomas and Scruff and Victor Says Yes are probably my favorite episodes on this release. Where we finally get to see a look into Victor's character, where he's the main role of an episode.
Now, on to the next one.
Yep, there's Wobbly Wheels and Whistles all done, taken care of. I mean, like I said, it's that same Timmy Time episode Timmy's playing, but luckily I'm not going to watch on this or Lion of Soda because I don't care for Timmy Time. No, I like to stick with Shaun the Sheep better.
So, I might have told you all already that I did not show Andrew's and Escapades, even though I already had it for a long time, because I've had the blue case used for my copy of The Wiggles Wake Up Jeff, homemade copy. So, I'm finally going to show Andrews and Escapades for those who have not showed it yet.
Okay.
Or viewed it yet.
Well, once you get the next one, I'm going to grab the next one. Pop Goes Thomas.
Yes, Pop Goes Thomas. I do not have that movie.
This is another one. This one I gotta admit, this one has some really good morals in these episodes. But yeah, like this one we gotta address Perkins. For this one, he wants to go to a silly costume. Well, this one when he comes into the first scene, he worries. He's saying some strange things. Like he thought he saw a giant chicken and a real knight, but then he realized those were just people dressed up.
And I do not have Pop Goes Thomas. Anyways, what's bad about my copy of the cover?
What? What's wrong with it? Oh, doesn't that suck?
Yeah,
literally bad. Doesn't that suck?
Anytime, or I might as well just get a new cover at some point.
My cover art doesn't do that because I leave my DVDs alone when I just need to use them for videos and stuff. But yeah.
When I was little, I had this DVD for a long time, but I think my brother ripped it up.
hopefully
And
find an.
as you
Well,
can see, this also happened over here because you don't see the Hit Entertainment logo over here.
well,
That
this
was
is what it would look like. This is what it would look like right here. Wait, Pop Goes
Then-
Thomas.
the 20th Century Fox logo. You cannot see that either.
Even though I think it's on the spine. I think it's on the
Over
spine.
here, it's ripped up. Over here, it's also ripped up. Yeah. And this DVD, you also have a new character, which is Madge.
Yeah, unfortunately, we saw our 2 episodes on that release, and we only saw for a glimpse in the Great Discovery, and that was it.
After all, Android's Escapades and The Great Discovery were both released in stores on the same year, 2008.
But I would have liked it better if Mud Glorious Mud and Engines and Escapades swapped release dates. Like, say, put it... Like, released Mud Glorious Mud in March 2008, and Engines and Escapades was still May 2008. May 15th, to be exact.
That way, Androids and Escapades would be a 2008 DVD, not a 2007 DVD.
Well, it was released in 2008 in the US, but the UK got it first.
True. This DVD was in 2007, but in stores in 2008.
Well, so that is something, but yeah. Pop Goes Thomas, I do like the Perkins segments where he tries to... I like the funniest one when Perkins tried to go as a clown, but Mr. Arkwright said he was going to go as a clown. And then all of a sudden, when he was upset and he's put the custard pie in his head, that scene made me laugh so much.
Yep. Here's the disc of Androids and Escapades.
And I also loved when Thomas laughs when he hears the pops corking. When he puffs along bumpy tracks in the episode itself, Pop Goes Thomas.
It's kind of cool in Pop Goes Thomas. I kind of thought the name kind of reminds me of the nursery rhyme, Pop Goes the Weasel.
But this one, lemonade corks are popping everywhere. Like, first when Thomas notices when he was going along a bumpy track and the bottles rattled and shaked, and the funny popping sound came out from the corks.
I mean,
But
it
of course,
makes sense that it takes place at a carnival because you normally get popcorn.
But seeing the bottles of lemonade, that makes me laugh so much every time I watch the episode itself, Pop Goes Thomas. Which I know a lot of people don't.
Now,
Which I'm actually shocked this release got a thingy. Oh, Jake Martin's here.
Hey.
Jake Martin, welcome to the stream showing off my Thomas Home Media collection. Showing off only Nitrogen era stuff.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh, yep, we're at Pop Goes Thomas, Jake Martin. Since I know before you came in, I was at Wobbly Wheels and Whistles, and before you came in, I couldn't do the scenes from SpongeBob Gary Takes a Bath at all.
Won't you look at that? The line of Sodor, Wobbly Wheels and Whistles, and Pop Goes Thomas.
Yep, and yeah, I know you told me this
They're like
in
release date order.
Yep.
Oldest, and I have the oldest. Jake Martin is in the middle, and you have the oldest. I mean, the newest.
Yep. But yeah, you told me, Jake Martin, when you commented on one of my videos, that this DVD came out the same time as your mom's birthday, the 1st of March. Okay, now we're showing Pop. Yeah, but there are two things.
Thomas.
There are actually 2 things that make me laugh on Pop Goes Thomas, Jake Martin. Not the scenes with the lemonade corks popping out of the lemonade bottles, and one of the Perkins scenes where he put the custard pie in his head when he was so upset he couldn't go as a clown to the costume party. But anyway, and
Also got Thomas Sodor Celebration right here.
Pop Thomas, and then another one. I do like the one where he tried to be as a magician before we get to Rescue on the Rails soon, Jake Martin. But this is a different one where he's in a different. Well, I think he did the magician a different style. Well, he still said, "Hello, I'm the Great Perkino."
Use engines and excavate.
Well, and then, of course, yes, we all know the final one when Mr. Perkins realized if Sir Tom Hat will be wearing a silly costume to the silly costume party, then he won't be dressed as Sir Tom Hat himself. And Mr. Perkins is now Sir Topham Hatt dressed up. Like, basically, he took these parts from these different costumes, but that he's now dressed as Sir Topham Hatt, Mr. Perkins. But yeah, let's talk about the rest of the episodes. But yeah, and another one, Thomas's Crazy Day. I think I mentioned. I know the exact moral for Thomas's Crazy Day on this release. That's the moral I learned. Well, the moral that kids should learn is that you can't do two things at the same time. Like I said, whenever I watch this episode, I gotta remember myself. I gotta do my work first, then I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, that is a value that especially children should learn.
Well, in this one, Thomas and Percy try to show them, the logging locos, that being really useful can be fun. That doing their work can be fun. But yeah. Pop Goes Thomas, I think people should definitely have this release. Definitely I'm not getting the UK release. Because I don't know why. This Jake Martin Lego Lover has the UK equivalent of Tales from the Tracks, but it's called Little Engines Big Days Out. But they have literally the same games, but you can just get the US release of Tales from the Tracks. That's why this and the previous ones, I'm not even getting their UK equivalents alone.
Me personally, I don't want to get any UK DVDs because I just think it would look bad in my collection.
Well, they do have nice, because actually the poster arts are exactly the same. But yeah, let's get to Birthday Express. Luckily, this one's also being shown in the Nitrogen one because there's two season 13 episodes we have not seen before on this release. Those would being Percy's Parcel and Double Trouble. But this one we're only doing Nitrogen stuff only. But the season 12 episodes will play after the other sets of Perkins scenes. Yeah, this is like when Mr. Perkins comes into the first scene, he whistles the engine roll call lyrics.
Oh my.
Yeah, another one being Schoolhouse Delivery, which is much later.
Oh yes, and yes, I did show Wobbly Wheels and Whistles, which has that mistake and that episode, which is probably not recommend. Probably trash.
But I'm actually shocked when I saw Sir Tom Hatt's brother voiced by the same person who did Sir Topham Hatt and Gordon. Sir Loam Hatt was voiced by also Carrie Shale.
Of course!
I was actually shocked that the guy that looked just like Sir Tom Hatt was his brother Sir Loam Hatt, and he's also voiced by Carrie Shale. But this was before Carrie Shale stopped voicing Sir Tom Hatt, but he still voiced Gordon in the CGI series still going forward.
And probably Henry as well.
Yes, and Henry. Bulb. Oh. Yep.
Birthday
I know a lot.
Not asset.
Yeah, if you want to have your collection more happier, absolutely pick up Birthday Express.
Yes, I'm trying to pick up
will.
Birthday Express probably next year. So
probably not this year because Christmas is coming up very soon.
Of course.
I might probably go to a thrift store at some point and grab some Thomas and Friends DVDs.
I was trying to get this box edition with the whistle, but I lost my chance. But I'll just wait till another one pops up.
So do I. I'm planning to get the one that has that wooden whistle in a box.
I love those ones. The Best of James, Best of Percy, Best of Gordon.
Those slipcovers. I think he's talking about the slipcover editions. Hold on.
Yeah, the slipcover edition's gonna have their nose. It says, "Press my nose, I whistle." You press the nose, you don't have a whistle.
Like the Percy one was expensive when I saw it on eBay, but the James one I tried to buy, but I don't know why it said the listing expired, but it had 21 days left. like I've said, I saw that listing before, Best of James with a slipcover, but I don't know why it said listing expired, but it wasn't even over yet.
Might as well actually look it up, because I kind of want to get that DVD.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna
even though it's...
Yeah, I know this one has Jumping Joby Wood, which I find it thumbs down, despite Ferdinand calling Sir Topham Hatt boss.
I found it.
That's funny. That is kind of funny, I will admit.
It's still funny.
Press my nose. I whistle.
Balmy. Birth Express. I mean, I think when Lego Lover was doing this game, the Birth Express game, I don't know why he wasn't paying attention to the narrator saying, he wasn't listening to say which parcel to pick first. But luckily, when I play this game, I'll remember to listen. Birth Express, that's all taken care of.
Which I know it has.
Whoa! I didn't know there was a slipcover edition of Best of Thomas with the nose.
I know it has 2 season 12 episodes. The Party Surprise from Railway Friends, even though that's a Christmas episode, and your least favorite episode from Percy and the Bandstand, even though they should have taken the Party Surprise off and probably put Duncan in the hot air balloon. That might have made sense.
Well, at least you can say this as long as other stuff Thomas related is allowed to talk about, technically. Even though, yes, it's showing stuff about Nitrogen Air on home media only, other stuff about Thomas is also allowed to be talked about, as well as other hit entertainment shows. At least you pointed that out, Jake Barton. Thanks for good job for pointing that out. But anyway,
I wanted to show you this as soon as possible, but at last, here we go.
On-site skyscrapers. I have that.
I'm trying to get that DVD. Bob the Builder, on-site skyscrapers.
I'm trying to get all the on-site ones. I think after I watched all the releases from 2008.
Along with the others, Roads and Bridges, and Houses and Playgrounds.
I mean, Houses and Playgrounds was technically one of the on-site releases to be distributed by 20th Century Fox before Lionsgate bought them out.
Well, Houses and Playgrounds were distributed by Lionsgate, and Roads and Bridges distributed by 20th Century Fox. So,
oh, right. Flip-flop. My brain's flip.
Before Lionsgate took over. So.
Well, yeah, Birth Express. Maybe I'll upgrade this DVD hopefully next year. I mean, all I really need is just to buy the big box version. But I'll make sure to keep the first disc. So that way my YouTuber's saying, why did you buy another copy of Birth Express? But I'll just tell them I just got another copy just to have the version with an insert. Because I'm pretty sure if you buy the big box copy, it comes with an insert and the Dave the Diesel guide. Hold on. Alex Yoakum says, did you know that some Thomas VHS tapes are blue? Of course. Some of them are blue. Like the very first, the first 4 releases of Ringo Starr, Thomas home media releases on VHS, they got blue tapes. And then they went to red and then just simple black later on.
I remember there was a...
And as for Calling All Engines, if you get it with a bronze Diesel toy, you get a white tape, which is recycled from either a Barney tape or maybe Bob the Builder. Maybe...
Well, maybe I think it was just from a Barney release, because I think the Bob the Builder releases from...
And maybe those 2 Bob the Builder Christmas tapes. Bob's White Christmas and A Christmas to Remember, and some Kipper tapes that are white. I know Let It Snow is white. And Angelina Ballerina...
Yeah. No Angelina Ballerina talk about that. We stay away from that show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do not talk about Angelina Ballerina on the stream.
Well, Thomas F., I was kind of disappointed. I was like, really, Hit Entertainment? Why did you put those Angelina Ballerina trailers on my DVDs? Like, The Wiggles, Bob the Builder, and Barney, and Kipper, and Thomas? Why would you do that?
Well, even though you can just push the menu button after the release is over, because I did that just to stay away from those trailers, but yeah.
Honestly, I kind of thought the Angelina Ballerina trailers were actually kind of good. I'm not gonna lie.
But
Well,
yeah,
when
another thing.
when I
Oh.
do openings or trailer videos, I just let the trailers play. Unless I'll have to figure out if I should not pay attention to those trailers. Probably think
Trailers give you
about
memories of childhood.
and probably think about doing HMR's videos. Like I'm trying to get the Wiggles lights, camera, action and do an HMR on it on the DVD
It
next
was kind of
year.
a coincidence, like saying that the Wiggles and Angelina Ballerina DVDs, Lights, Camera, Action, they're under the same name. Like
Oh
the Lights,
my
Camera,
god.
Action DVD from
Oh my
Angelina
god.
Ballerina
And
from 2003,
and
and the one from the Wiggles was from 2005.
okay, and yeah, I decided. Yeah, if I let those Angelina Ballerina trailers play when I do openings or trailer videos, I'll just try not to pay attention and probably think about doing probably some HMR videos on my
These are
Wiggles
all
DVDs.
DVDs I have.
Like I'm planning to do for Lights, Camera, Action next year, which I know it has repeated songs and one reused from Wiggly Playtime, but I did make a little before I start the video thing, because a YouTuber refuses to buy the Wiggles Lights Camera Action. Ryan T.
Hey, and also this Jake Barn. I guess I'll say this because other kid shows is allowed to be talked about. I don't know why he says he dislikes True Blue Friend. Because he says like
Of Dragon Tales? What the heck?
Come on, it was funny seeing Max, Emmy, and the dragons all covered in paint. It kind of reminds me of playing this one video game. I like seeing. I laugh every time I see my character covered in paint. But yeah, Birth Express is. I should say, give this a recommend. Absolutely.
I'm planning to get the Lights, Camera, Action Wiggles DVD a recommend. But
yeah, Thomas. Well,
you got Thomas in charge.
Yep, Thomas in charge is next, and Light Blue Yoshi Fan 02 says hello. Hello, Light Blue Yoshi Fan 02. Yeah, I do like the episode itself, Thomas in charge. Well, oh yeah. And yeah, the blurb is messed up here. Says, why does when during the railway inspector's visit to Knapford Station, but the accident happened at the docks, not Knapford Station.
And yes, I think I did show the blurb messed up on the wobbly wheels and whistles. So Thomas did not get his wheels dirty. So
if you all have not known yet,
all he was trying to do was get. Oh, shoot, crud. Wait a minute. Yes, yeah. Thomas was only trying to get Scruff out of the hiding place, not get his wheels dirty. Like, it's not like, come, really, Hit Entertainment?
if you all have not known by now, I've also just recently I got a new Wiggles DVD.
Let's see. We'll give some hints. Is it from the OG Wiggles era, or is it from?
It's from the OG Wiggles.
Yes. Yep. But I was showing Thomas in charge.
you got live hot potatoes.
My
the first
favorite
one from
Wiggles.
2005, even though, yeah, the first Wiggles video from 2005, even though they messed up the copyright year, it did not come
Just
out
like
in
with
2004. It came out in 2005.
It's like on Songs from the Station. It's like on Songs from the Station when
No, Star Celebration. It's a.
That was Thomas'
No.
Solar Celebration.
It's like on the Thomas and Friends DVD Songs from the Station on the
No,
copyright.
Source.
No.
2005.
Thomas of Wiggles. You said. Thomas of Wiggles. You said that wrong.
They didn't. Songs from the Station has the correct year. It's just that Thomas' Solar Celebration has the incorrect year.
Songs from the Station from 2005.
Yes.
Like on the copyright screen, it's a 2004 when the DVD's actually from 2005.
Oh, the copyright screen.
Yeah, that the Hit Entertainment logo screen after the release is over, technically. Because, like, on full Season 7 releases, like Percy Saves the Day and Toss the Rope of Engines, they say 2003, because, Season 7 originally came out in 2003.
Of course, and I know that Emily has bronze buffers, even though we saw her silver buffers earlier.
Well, here's Toss and Charge, which I know some people don't really have this release. Well, I gotta admit, I do like Gordon's catchphrase, "Oh, the indignity," as the name of an episode is hilarious, actually.
Oh, the indignity.
Yeah.
I says, "No, Gordon. Oh, the silliness."
On clean Sodor days, or Sodor damage said that, no job is more important than to be in charge of Whiff's waste dump.
And then Gordon explains outsidely, "Sir, I have not been a really useful engine." Yeah, this is the first instance. Yeah, like I think I did this in my HMR on Toss and Charge. That was the first full CGI episode of Thomas where Gordon gets in big trouble. And I was like, we never saw this before since the model series. I was like, I don't judge that. And then we all know a blooming mess. Emily thought Mavis was sad, but no, Mavis wasn't really sad. She was too busy to say hello to Emily, thinking of all the jobs she would have for the day. You know, every time I watch a blooming mess episode, Jake Barn, it reminds me of when I read the last story on the third Frog and Toad book, Days with Frog and Toad, the story called Alone, where Toad thinks his friend Frog seems to be sitting on an island all by himself looking very sad, and he tries to cheer him up by bringing him a surprise lunch with sandwiches and tea.
Oh yeah,
but then Frog
and Toad before.
There's a series on Netflix and I want to watch it so bad. Now I know what a blooming mess episode kind of reminds me of, Jake Barn. Every time I read the Frog and Toad story Alone, on the last story on the Frog and Toad book, Days with Frog and Toad, that's what a blooming mess kind of reminds me of. Toad thinks his friend Frog is sad, sitting on an island all by himself, all sad, but then Frog really explains to his friend Toad what he was really doing on the island all by himself. He was just trying to do something cool. I mean, I know you don't have any Frog and Toad books at all, Jake Barton. Not even that 4-book pack or the Treasury, which has these 3 books.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if you have any Frog and Toad stuff, Gabe, because the cartoon series is on Netflix.
I don't think so.
Okay, I mean, if you don't like the stop motion version of Frog and Toad, I don't know if you watched it before, Jake Martin. The stop motion version of Frog and Toad Are Friends, which you can find on VHS. It's on eBay.
I don't think I'll watch it, so.
I mean, so probably a note to watch the stop motion series or read the books.
No.
But I know you like Thomas books, so let's just get focus on Thomas in Charge, where Perkins, he has to get ready he wants to perform a band with the other drivers, but there's been too much confusion and delay on the tracks. But then Mr. Perkins had a solution to take all the instruments to the bandstand. Luckily, he did the right thing by calling Sir Topham Hatt, so he wouldn't be very upset at Perkins. But yeah. That's Thomas in Charge. I recommend this DVD. I was shocked this was the only thing I got at another disc replay before it shut down back in 2017, I think. And it's not even there anymore, that disc replay. I don't know why it shut it down. I wish it could have stayed open so I could have gotten some other cool things.
I wish I can go to disc replay.
Well, you can look up. Well, you can just look up disc replay near me on Google and see if there are any locations. I mean, there are some in my state, but there's the closest one I can go to. But yeah, Toss in Charge, I recommend this release. Now we go to the one movie, Day of the Diesels, which is the first. Well, we all know it's the first Thomas movie where Thomas is not the main character; it's Percy. But we all know my problem with this movie. Percy's negative attitude, and it also carries on to Tail the Brave.
Oh.
But I do gotta admit, it was good to see Diesel 10 being a real bad guy again ever since Magic Railroad. And yes, he's mentioned before, yes, how I'm not good at Diesel 10's Matt Wilkinson voice. Even though I'm much better.
Is in Columbus, Indiana, which is way too far away.
Ugh, yeah.
It's like, actually, let me see.
Here, okay, yeah. But yeah, like I said, yes, I think I did this before. I tried to do a Matt Wilkinson Diesel 10 voice, but I'm much better at Neil Crone's.
I can do a really good job with Diesel 10 CGI voice. Listen to this.
Yep, an hour and 16 minutes away from me.
Hello, Percy. Welcome
It's way
to
too far
Disney
away.
Works.
Or I think after he says hello, Percy, Diesel said you might come. What an honor. Diesel's been telling me all about you. You're a very special engine. Why don't you puff in? Another one where he says, welcome to the Diesel Works, is, welcome to the Diesel Works, Percy. Like, even that compared to his Magic Railroad Neil Crone voice, Jake Barn, where I think this one where he hears the plan of the magic buffers. Well, actually, when he calls out, come in, and join the party, Splodge. Hooray, hooray. Wow, look at our party. Oh, I love party. Yeah, who's got the balloons? Who's blowing it? What? Correction. Join the party. That's over. Just like Twinkle Toes Magic Railway's gonna be over. Yeah, I think that was a good Matt Wilkinson Diesel 10 voice, Jake Barn, where he says, welcome to the Diesel Works, Percy. Where it's carried over into that wooden railway set, Percy at the Diesel Works wooden railway set, which I don't have that pamphlet to show, but it's based off that set.
Day of the Diesel.
Yeah, some people say it's as worse as Misty Island Rescue, but I think I like this one just a tiny bit over Misty Island Rescue.
The fact it's focused on Percy, which is besides Thomas.
But it's strange Thomas is on the cover. What was your problem in entertainment? Why didn't you put Percy on the cover instead of Thomas? Because he's the main character. Thomas is not the main character.
It kind of made sense a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Thomas was focused for a few minutes in the episode. Well, in the movie, technically.
So it kind of made sense for a little bit. I mean, why didn't they have Percy at all on the cover?
Well, he's on the back cover with this image of him being threatened by Diesel 10, which is kind of similar to Diesel 10 putting his claw next to Thomas, all shocked.
But still, I kind of think Percy should have been on, like, the back cover. Like, not on, like, the images, but, like,
yeah,
like, somewhere besides the images.
Yeah, and I gotta admit, Den and Dart were funny in this movie. I like when Den says what he means to say is, and Dart is, and all ways Dart finishes his sentences saying what he means is. Like, whenever they say, if you're broken, we fix you. But you're steamy, so we won't fix you. That's a joke, isn't it? I like jokes.
I remember there was an episode in Thomas and Friends in the ARC Productions era. It was like an episode, I think it was from season 18, I think.
No, it's 17, the missing Christmas decorations.
I'm talking about season 18 episode. Rosie
Oh.
Diesel 10! Oh, hello, Percy. I didn't even see you there. You put that back!
Like,
Fake me!
the voice impression is like, hello, Thomas. I just wanted to say thanks for standing up for me at the dock.
Well, I don't know what that's from, but Day of the Diesels. Everyone should somewhat have this because I mean, the positive I like is that it's good to have Diesel 10 being the villain again instead of having just be a simple grumpy but kind of nice. Make him kind of be nice, but he's kind of grumpy. But the negative I have is Percy's attitude. Well,
your special friend. Special friend.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Thomas is next. Which I mentioned these problems before. My absolute least favorite episode is absolutely Surprise, Surprise. Yes, I'll say that. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I'll just say this. I'll say this. From my sense, Jake Martin. How dare Victor calls Thomas and Charlie bugs when he tells them to shoo? When Thomas literally didn't do anything. That was all dang Charlie's fault.
Wait, what episode was it in?
Surprise, Surprise, which is on this release. And how dare... I don't think you should. Stay away. Well, if there's one thing I gotta say I like about Surprise, Surprise, it's the fact that that Stanley finally spoke in a full CGI episode.
Season 15, episode 11.
Yeah, Surprise, Surprise. Stay away from it. Please stay away from it. But I do gotta admit, it's the first time in a full CGI episode where Stanley finally spoke. Well, yes, the first time he spoke in full CGI was Dave the Diesel's technically, but this is his second time speaking in full CGI technically. Luckily, I fixed my continuity errors. But the Perkins segments are good, and Tree Trouble. Yeah, I think Tree Trouble and Surprise, Surprise I would skip on this release. Because I don't know why Thomas says he smushed both their trees. That was the workman's fault. Seriously, writer, Hit Entertainment and writer of Tree Trouble. I don't think Sharon Miller wrote Tree Trouble. Well, if she did, I would be so pissed. But honestly, I'll be so pissed if Sharon Miller wrote Tree Trouble. Because she wrote almost all of season 15, Sharon Miller. But I do not hate Sharon Miller as a person. Oh, wait. But the episodes I do like are Percy the Snowman and Let It Snow. But there's a cool trailer on this DVD if you get this release, Jake Martin. It has that cool Christmas Trackmaster set. If you get this DVD, I don't know what the set's called, but it's a Christmas set from Trackmaster. If you get this DVD, but it's only on this print. The Universal one does not have it.
I got it.
You have it, Gabe?
Not yet, but I'm going to.
Like you're saying to get this DVD and maybe find that set that's featured in the trailers on this DVD? But yeah, that's Merry Christmas, Thomas. Oh yeah, forgot to talk about Perkins. The Perkins ones and these ones are good too. Where he's in the engine driver's common room all day because he has to listen to Sir Tom it's not safe for anyone to go out anywhere right now because there's too much snow. And luckily, when he needed some coal, Thomas stopped by and Perkins asked Thomas if he could have some of his coal, and Thomas whistled, "Of course you can, Perkins," even though Thomas doesn't talk in any of the Perkins scenes at all. Okay, now we get on to Rescue on the Rails.
I do not have that DVD either.
Yeah, I think we should both agree with Lego lover Jake Barton. We all hate Fiery Flynn, the episode. Because at least I know you don't like Fireman Sam, Jake Barton, but at least that show, those ones they get notes saying where the fire is. But this one, Flynn is just an idiot and doesn't even listen to say who's the one whose firebox is on fire.
I love Fireman Sam.
But
except the reboot.
well, I gotta say the CGI in Fireman's Fame looks terrible. The stop motion, just like Bob the Builder, is way better, in my opinion, at least. Yeah.
I think the classic Fireman Sam was better. The 2003.
Anyway. Boy, Fiery Flynn is one of the worst episodes. That was a terrible way to end off season 15. You did it again, Sharon Miller. You didn't write this correctly. But I don't hate. I'm not blaming Sharon Miller. I would not. We should not be. I would not travel too far away and murder that woman. I would get in so much trouble. Because I would be sent to court like Alec Baldwin did. Because you know how Alec Baldwin kept getting into so much trouble because he kept killing some different people.
Alec Baldwin?
Yeah, don't try to be friends with Alec Baldwin in real life. Even though I would not go over to a different place and kill that man. No.
I did not know that.
I mean, it's all over the news, but anyway. Rescue, but James to the Rescue is my favorite episode on this release.
And as we all know, a lot of people from Thomas and Friends have interesting backstories. Like
That's
Ringo
interesting.
Starr was in the Beatles.
Well, that is kind of. I mean, Ringo Starr was one of the guys involved in one of an interview because I mean he was the one who started Thomas back in the UK before he redubbed the series in the US. I mean, Edward the Hero's, like I say, I like all these episodes, just not Fiery Flynn. I would say both you and me, Jake Barton, agree with Lego Lover 117 that Fiery Flynn's the worst. But yeah. And also the Stop That Bus episode where... Oh yeah, this is the first instance where Birdie speaks in full CGI. I forgot to point this out in previous Thomas stuff. But now I'm going to point... I guess I'll point it out here. This is the first full CGI time that Birdie talks. Well, it's actually strange because I don't know why we got the episode of Season 13 Double Trouble on DVD after Misty Island Rescue, but Double Trouble was the first time Birdie came back in full CGI, technically. But Stop That Bus is the first time Birdie speaks in full CGI. I think I can try to do Rupert Dacus's Birdie voice. I came to see what you were doing. You're quite busy, Thomas. Wait. Even compared to his... Oh yeah, I can even do this... Wait. Hold on. Shoot. Thought that was Gabe's... Sorry, I can't... Well, anyway, let me see if I can do Kevin Frank's Birdie voice from Magic Road Sorry, hold on. I had to mute Thomas F. Wiggles for a second, Jake Barner, because I couldn't I tried to explain something. Well, now I'll explain it. Now let me do the part with Kevin Frank's Birdie voice when he says, "Hello, Thomas, and your 5 Colt trucks, vrum vrum." That's the second time Birdie said vrum vrum in Magic Railroad. Sorry, Thomas F. Wiggles. I was trying to explain something to Jake Martin.
You're good.
Well, anyway, yeah, now let me just explain this again, Jake Martin. I think you don't mind either Kevin Frank or Rupert Dacus's Birdie voice.
Of course I don't mind.
Well, actually, when Birdie says to Thomas again, I guess that means I win perhaps another day. He says vroom 3 times. Well, actually, when he says, "How about a race, Thomas?" He says vroom, and then perhaps another day he says vroom 3 times. But when he says "Hello, Thomas," and your 5 coal trucks, he just says vroom twice. And also in the episode Harvey to the Rescue, he only said vroom twice. when all the engines are all gathered like this, when Junior and Lily are surveying the island, I think I don't know how many times Birdie said vroom in that scene when he says good, and then he says good morning, and then I think it's just vroom vroom, good morning. Oh yeah, rescue on the rails, and yep, Perkins has to take over for Great Perkino because the Great Perkino couldn't arrive. He got Curious Cargo. First Thomas released in 2012.
Oh.
And Rescue on the Rails was the final one from 2011. And Wobbly Wheels and Whistles was the first one, even though it has the incorrect year.
Well, at least this one, they put it on the first 2012 release, they put it correct. Yeah, I can tell you, I'm glad Thomas's tall friend didn't recite any of these awful things from these episodes, Jake Martin. Technically, well, so let's see. One episode from the classic series. Well, no, wait, no, hold on a second. No. Well, technically, just 2 episodes from the hit model series. That would be Thomas and the Statue and Thomas Set Sail from Thomas the Statue from season 9 and Thomas Set Sail from season 11.
Yep, those episodes were from the hit era.
Yeah.
But like this one, Thomas is stuck at the bridge with Mr. Giraffe, and he can't get the giraffe to sit down to go under the bridge. But at least Thomas Set Sail, he tried to. He went further when he didn't want the mast to be put down for the sailing boat. I'm looking for that hit favorites Thomas DVD. That's Thomas Set Sail, but I have Thomas and the Statue on DVD twice.
I think that was called Here Comes Spring.
Yes, that's the one. Because Here Comes Summer, I think that one has Thomas and the Rainbow.
Here Comes Summer? I don't think that's actually it.
That
There's
was
no
Summertime
such
Fun.
There's no
Fun.
such thing as a hit favorites. Here Comes Spring. I mean, there's no such thing as a hit favorites. Here Comes Summer.
Well, it's Summertime Fun, basically. That one contains Thomas the Rainbow. But I'm looking for the spring one that has Thomas Set Sail. And then I can watch it whenever I like on DVD. But yeah, Curious Cargo. And this one, we all know Perkins segments where he tried to get everything cleaned up, but then all of a sudden, the inspection, Sir Tom Metz said the inspection would be canceled, even if he got everything clean just in time. And then
did have Thomas Set Sail.
I'm not sure which DVDs of 2012 you'll get with this, Jake Barn, of Curious Cargo, the original Lionsgate print.
I'm trying to get the OG copy.
Well, yes, but I don't know which DVDs of 2012 with. I don't know which other kids shows DVDs you'll get it with. Well, Curious Cargo it's a simple one. Oh boy, Up and Away is next.
I one time found Up and Away at a Dollar Tree.
Oh my god, yeah, you told me that story.
Yeah, but I never got it. But now I live to regret that decision. Now I think I wish I should have got that DVD at that Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I gotta say,
one of those only moments where I actually find a good DVD at Dollar Tree, which is a Thomas DVD.
yeah, Up and Away, the episode itself, some people say it's just, it's so unrealistic. That's why Trevor Davis says it's his all-time least favorite CGI Miller era episode of all time.
I would have to agree with Trevor Davis on that one.
I would have to agree too, because I don't know why. Because seriously, how can the balloon hits the passengers and they lose their hats? And like Michael Brandon says, the weirdest sentence of all the hats were hatless, or it could have just said all the passengers were hatless. Because we know the people who lost their hats were Sir Topham, Lady, and Dowager Hat. but it was funny to see them with their hats off technically. But yes, Sir Tomat, he yells at level 5 tolerance again.
Since what? Fiery Flynn?
But this is the only episode he does it to Thomas. The other ones he's still cross at him, but he's upset.
We've seen Game Over 98.
What?
Do you want me to show you something funny?
Well, what? Well, let me just finish this really quick, but yeah. And the other episodes, Wonky Whistle is kind of funny, I will admit, Jake Barnett, with the funny wonky sounds from the whistle. And Kevin the Steamy's also funny, and Emily and Dash is also funny. But the Perkins scenes, I will admit, saved this release technically. Mr. Perkins gets ready for the fruit and vegetable show.
Okay. Can I show you now?
Well, yeah, up and away. Well, that's all taken care of. Glad I got that out of the way because I just need to explain something. Well, I guess you could show me while I'm showing the next one, Schoolhouse Delivery.
Oh yeah, I seen. There's barely any listings of that DVD on eBay. I searched it up, and I could barely find any copies.
I'm glad I found this copy on eBay back in that you-know-what year.
Okay.
Well, yeah, this is why I went straight to this one, because Engine Friends is a model series release. We're just going straight to Schoolhouse Delivery.
Okay, my screen is trying to join.
Hold on. Let's see if this is a good idea. Let me... Hold on. We might have to mute our mics. I don't know.
That was what I wanted to show you.
Oh!
Get that stupid... Oh my god. That is... Oh my god. That's... I'm glad that needs to take it off. Oh my god. Hopefully this does not give me a... Should have band made one where they put the dirty S word? Even though I say that word...
Whoever made that must be ashamed of themselves.
Why they made that?
I'm glad I kicked that out just in time. I would otherwise I'll be... This will terminate this stream, but otherwise I'll get this whole thing terminated. But yeah, Schoolhouse Delivery is really good. It's a cool release. Oh my god. But anyway, Schoolhouse Delivery. With this one, the engines teach their lessons in these episodes. Like, well, it's about school lessons, but they just do an episode or style. And the Perkins segments I like on this release too. This is another one instance where Perkins whistles the engine roll call lyrics when he walks in. This and Birthday Express are the ones he whistles when he comes in. Oh wait, Schoolhouse Delivery and Being Percy. I like that episode. I don't know why Lego Lover doesn't like Being Percy. I don't know why he doesn't like Diesel Special Delivery and Being Percy. But he says the other two are fine. I like Being Percy. Don't have this one either, Jake Martin. Schoolhouse Delivery.
Of course not.
Yeah. I'll have to cover this up with the blue marker because my Lionsgate logo on this copy. I don't know how it got a little worn out like that. I mean, I was being careful. Well, I can know how to fix it, but let's just not worry about that. Let's just focus on showing the
I think there's like a universal print of this.
I'm not getting it. Bother that Universal re-release.
The Lionsgate one's better.
Yeah, it comes with the cool Blue Mountain Mystery collectible coloring book. If you get Blue Mountain Mystery, which is coming up next, the home media release on plain DVD, because if you get it on Blu-ray, there's no book. But this and Engine Friends I have with the book anyway.
I one time found, I think I've already told you, I found Engine Friends at my local library.
It was at my library too.
House delivery though.
I saw this in Engine Friends at the library. Well, sometimes they're not together, but I see them separately. But now that I go to this library in my area, I just like to stay. I just don't like going in the kids section at all to rent a movie. I would just place a hold, so I don't have to worry about having to deal with screaming children in that area. Whenever I go to that library in my state, Jake Barton, I always have to deal with going into the kids section. I have to deal with screaming children. That's why when I want children's DVDs from the library, I just place a hold, so I don't have to worry about going in that area.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind screaming children. I wouldn't mind, because as long as I'm seeing them in front of my face, I'm good. I'll just deal with it.
Well, I mean, even though
I might as well just wear earplugs, just bring earplugs or something.
I mean, there is a way to place movies on hold if you don't want to go into the library, and you can just go to the library and just get your hold just situated by checkout already. I've done that a few times. The reason I did that, I did it for 2 movies. I did it for The Brave Little Toaster and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin.
I have a Brazilian copy of The Brave Little Toaster.
I never want to get the Brazilian copy. I like the U.S. version. Schoolhouse Delivery is
somewhere.
Yep, I recommend Schoolhouse Delivery. Now here we get to Blue Mountain Mystery.
Yep, the Blu-ray of Blue Mountain Mystery. The only DVD I have with the Blue Mountain Mystery preview is just Bob the Builder, the Ultimate Can-Do Crew Collection.
Yeah. Yes, I know the part we dislike in this movie. Seriously hit entertainment? You seriously make the narrow gauge engines go up against Thomas saying, "What did you do?" And then they start to run away from him when Thomas only talked to Victor in this movie.
In my opinion, I only want to get the Blu-ray of Blue Mountain Mystery. I mean, I want to get the Blu-ray and DVD pack of Blue Mountain Mystery, but I do not want to get the only DVD release. I want to get the Blu-ray and DVD combo pack.
Well, it's on eBay. You just gotta look hard. Yes, I know what the scene with the narrow gauge engines running away from Thomas reminds me of.
But for the rest of the Thomas movies, like Misty Island Rescue, Dave the Diesels, King of the Railway, Tale of the Brave, The Great Race, those ones, I'd rather get those on DVD.
Yeah. And also another thing, when I reacted to this scene when the narrow gauge engines ran away from Thomas, well, this was when I was not recording, Jake Barton. My friend said I have to put my face in a pillow so I'm not yelling out so hard. Because like when I told them, when I growled so hard, I had to do it in a pillow so no one heard me yelling. And make sure not to play it at very loud volume. And yes. And also, yeah, I know we don't ever want to watch the movie all in Spanish, but even though Victor does speak, in Victor's backstory, he does speak Spanish. If you watch the plain English track, he'll still speak Spanish in the flashbacks. Oh, yep, there's Blue Mountain Mystery. Not much to say. It's a really good movie to end off the Nitrogen era. Well, we still have one more season to go. Blue Mountain Mystery. I say give this release a watch. Well, I recommend this release, but oh my god, if some people could get used to this stupid part I hate towards the end without getting really pissed off, I would recommend picking it up. But if you don't want to get so frustrated, just mute it. Just keep it muted till it's over.
Or watch the movie and watch the movie and remove the part with that.
Well, I don't think I do that, but I do get a bit kind of annoyed.
Like whenever I think I'm gonna growl at that scene, Jake Barn, I have to do it in a pillow. Otherwise, people are just gonna hear me yelling a lot. That's why I do it into a pillow, so I don't do it so loud. But yeah, Blue Mountain Mystery. Well, I'll say give this release a try. Now on to A Very Thomas Christmas.
I heard there was I think it was like a 2018 DVD that was in a white case.
It's 2016 version.
Oh, I thought it was 2018. It was 2016 DVD from Universal.
Well, there's a Universal re-release of this, but it kept the original poster art, like Up and Away did. But I have the Lionsgate version because you know me, I love me and my slip covers, and I love how it's so shiny.
But still, the Universal prints suck.
Well,
it's kind of like the covers of Wiggly Wiggly Christmas and Live Hot Potatoes. Like Wiggly Wiggly Christmas, the text is of the words Wiggly Wiggly Christmas. The text is shiny.
Yeah.
And on Live Hot Potatoes, the stage is almost like the whole cover is like shiny.
Yeah, and also like when I got also when I got this back in 2013, I could not unfortunately do a video like a little YouTube short saying happy 10th anniversary of me owning A Very Thomas Christmas for 10 years because I had to buy another copy off of eBay with the slipcover that wasn't ripped. Because I remember getting this from Walmart back in 2013 with the Super Mario 64 DS game, but I had to buy a new slipcover copy off of eBay. But also, when you play Toss's Christmas Journey game on this release, when you get to the part when you land on the spaces to tell jokes with Charlie, I think they have the gag reel audience talking. Well, they're laughing technically when they tell a funny joke with Michael Brandon's voice, and the gag reel audience laughs at it. I mean, if you get this DVD, Jake Barn, you'll be thrilled by it. If you get it, maybe, well, not really now, Jake Barn, but hopefully, maybe if we do a Funny Thing Christmas in July next summer, or maybe one of the months when summer hits, maybe we could do a versus saying which one, whose screen finishes first on Toss's Christmas Journey game. But yeah, whenever I watch Emily's Winter Party special, I never did this thing like Emily did, Jake Barton. I would never try to sneak and get my birthday presents without my mom and dad. This was back when I was a little kid. I remember to wait till my mom and dad gave me my birthday presents. Not try to sneak them out before my actual birthday. But yeah, A Very Thomas Christmas, I recommend this release. Sticky Situations is up next.
Anyway, I gotta get going.
Okay, Gabe.
See ya.
This is the final one from 2012.
Yep. I kept the sticker on the cellophane.
And yes, my copy has the magnets, even though there's no sticker on it. Oh.
Sorry, I don't know what was going on Tom's screen. I was trying to explain. It's hard to do it when his screen is making some weird noises.
Like, what's going on?
Well, I'm trying to explain some stuff, but I can hear some background stuff in Toss of Wiggles. Wiggles fans' screen. I'm trying to explain some stuff.
Oh yeah, I think that's my family speaking. I think I'll try and close the door.
Yeah, I think he should have closed the door first because I'm trying to explain some stuff. It's hard for me to do it when there's. Okay, hopefully this works because now I'll explain some stuff. Yeah, sticky situations. I remember wanting this my own copy. Luckily, I just bought off eBay myself.
Yeah.
Huh?
What on
Oh.
earth?
What was that? Well, wait. Sticky situations. Yeah, I like most of the episodes on this release. Even the Perkins segments are even the greatest too. I love the coolest greeting when Mr. Perkins when he says in a when he says normal engine driver voice, he says goodbye, or as one-eyed Captain Perkins say, ahar.
So Mr. Perkins was being a pirate?
Yep, he's called One-Eyed Captain Perkins. Oh, yeah, sticky situations. I'm glad I have this release. Here's Muddy Matters.
First
One
one
of
from
the last.
2013.
This was from Lionsgate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is before
13 or
Before Universal took over, like a year later, 2014.
Yep. I like most of the episodes on this release. I don't think there's anything I have a fluke with these episodes. Not a nitpick with them. We all know Don't Bother Victor is. I don't know why Lego Lover thinks he likes only Don't Bother Victor on this release and none of the other episodes he likes.
Huh. I thought Muddy Matters was from Arc Productions.
No, it's from Nitrogen.
Huh.
Yeah. It's from the Nitrogen era.
And what is your problem, Hit Entertainment? Why'd you put Thomas next to James, but Thomas is not in that scene with James getting his picture taken? And yes, I like this one where Perkins is getting ready. Yeah, I think we did this before, Jake Barn. The scenes where Mr. Perkins looks at all the books. Yeah, I think I know how to do it again. The dialogue when he starts, after he says, "What a lot of books we got." Let me see if I can do it. And what a lot of books we got. We got big books and little books. We got new books and old books. Oh. We got funny books. And scary books. There are books that make you want to cry. Yeah. And there are books that you just can't put down because somebody's left sticky jelly all over them. And best of all, there are incredible books about great railway journeys around the world. Great railway journeys around the world. This is the book Sir Topham Hatt was looking for. Okay. But at least like in the last scene, Perkins remembered to get the book. Like when he put the phone on hold, he remembered to go back straight to the phone after getting the book. Like it literally was like this.
Muddy Matters at my local library, along with Engine Friends.
That's the same thing with me. I saw that in Engine Friends and Schoolhouse Delivery and Go-Go Thomas, which is, spoiler alert, is coming up next. Well, let's just finish up. And I don't know why Lego Lover says, these are sheep, Lego Lover, not pigs.
Lego Lover!
But and also like I also love when Mr. Perkins lines the toy animals up. Now I'll see if I can do both Ringo Starr and George Carlin snorting like a pig. This is whoosh. And then whoosh. Oh. Yeah, do not have Duct Tape's Charge on any of those releases yet. By the way,
So,
yep.
does your local library have the DVDs in their original cases, or did they put them in like the library just put them in their own cases?
I think it's their own cases because I think the reasons why they put their stuff in actual cases is just like if they're giving out at like a sale or something, like at a bookstore. I mean, I don't know if you've been to
not
your.
Same thing, like they would put it in their original cases, but in my local library, they would put it in like a plastic library case.
Yep, but there's money matters. That's all done. Now here's Go Thomas. Yep.
Go Thomas. I don't have the DVD.
Not to be confused with the sing-along song, but it's a release. I was intrigued by all these episodes on this release, and of course the Mr. Perkins segments with Archie being trained by Mr. Perkins. There's not much to say about Go Thomas, but I'm actually surprised that I would like to play the Great Soda Engine Race game one of these days.
From this DVD.
Yep. I should have played it when I borrowed this DVD, but I was interested in watching the release first. Oh, look what I don't think I showed you this, Jake Martin. Makes sense to have a blue cup because I'm showing Thomas stuff. Look at these cool cups that my father got me from the store. I don't know if you have these. I don't know if you've seen these, and I don't know if you're interested, but these look so cool.
I'll be right back.
All right, yeah. At least I can now explain. But yeah, we're getting to the release now. I got to explain some stuff here, but yeah. I will have to say my favorite episodes would have to be Welcome Stafford and Express Coming Through. And yes, like Sir Tom, Matt didn't even tell Thomas which train to take in Express Coming Through. Even though he told Thomas, show the very important passengers the sights of Soda before taking them to the party at Knapford. But he forgot to say, make sure to pick out a train that's good enough for you. And yes, I don't like the parts with Dowager Hat booming so hard. But Sir Tom Matt's very funny booming voice was kind of funny, I will admit. Where he says...
But that Keith Wickham, who voiced Dowager Hat, but he used a high-toned voice, which I think he did a good job. Well, yes, fun fact, Keith Wickham did a good job voicing Dowager Hat, using a high-toned voice. But can't he just chill out?
I mean, I'm not going to slaughter that Keith Wickham. He's a nice guy. Oh, Go Thomas.
Maybe he should do it like this. Thomas, do something.
Well, that would have been better, but yeah. But I gotta say, I'm still intrigued by Go Thomas. But yeah, next would be Railway Mischief, but we're showing only nitrogen stuff. We gotta talk about this Animals Aboard. Which now I gotta
uses episodes.
But they have to do stuff that's about animals. But I should have said this in my DVD HMR. If one of these animals is your favorite, then pick this release up. But if one of these animals is not your favorite, then don't pick up this release.
But I wouldn't mind. But me, on the other hand, I'm picking it up, so...
I mean, if you like these animals in these episodes, like in Percy's New Friends, it's a bird, Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel, and the rabbit.
The early bird or something?
Well, it's just a bird. It's just a bird.
Oh, just a bird. Sorry.
It's just bird. Like, and then Toss the Pigs, it's about pigs. Henry's Good Deeds, it's a bird and pigs. Toss is Tall Friend, it's a giraffe. But yeah, I think Buzzy Bees, I would have to say I would skip on this, because I mean, I just don't like the bees. I just dislike bees getting... Just imagine if I was being surrounded by swarms of bees. I would instantly get killed. I would be instantly dead. I would be well, I would. But I'll just say this for Thomas fans: if one of these animals is your favorite from this release, pick it up. If one of these is not your favorite, then just, I guess, stay away from it. That's what I should have said in my DVD HMR of Animals Aboard 2 years ago. But the one thing I would have liked if they just changed the Perkins scenes, because we've already seen the ones from Toss the Runaway Kite already. Maybe use the ones from the UK release Big Bang Surprise. But change
it to Sir Topham Hatt's name in the US.
Yes, but yeah, Animals Aboard. 50% say yes, pick it up, and 50% say don't. Another YouTuber, PBM's Entertainment, says don't pick this release up, but I commented on his HMR saying, dude, you should have just said if one of these animals is your favorite, pick up Animals Aboard. If one of them is not your favorite, don't pick up. That's kind of like when he did his Bob the Builder HMR on the big game. Like, all the episodes are about Wendy on that release. He said, like, to recommend it or not, he says, like, if Wendy's your favorite character, pick up the big game, and if Wendy's not your favorite character, don't pick up the big game. But me, on the other end, I have the big game because I love Wendy from Bob the Builder.
Well, I'm trying to get the big game, by the way. Yes, I'm trying to get the big game, which I know there's 4 episodes that has Wendy's name on it. On those 4 episodes, and 1 mini adventure, Wendy's watering can.
Well, and we got 2 more releases left. Well, this one we got, even though this is from the Brenner era, like I did, there's a different one, Santa's Little Engine. The only reason I'm showing this is because we have an episode that's been reused with Mark Morgan's narration, but uses the nitrogen animation still. Santa's Little Engine, because we have the Snow Tracks redubbed version in this.
But even though we do like the Michael Brandon version, because for some reason they cut Thomas's screaming, "Help!" Like, cut it out. Like, yeah, they cut it out. Like we don't hear Thomas screaming help, but in Michael Brandon we do.
Yeah, let me just grab these ones if I can. Let me be careful. I don't want to knock these over. Yeah, these are the 2 that I know that to have Snow Tracks. Because I think, like, when the title card pops up, I think the text in the intro is kind of different, but in the Michael Brandon original version, it only shows the title of the episode, and that's it. But when the Mark Morgan redubbed version, they add some additional text in the title card. Well, and then... Well, yeah. But this is also going to be saved when I do the Brenner era stuff eventually later on for another time. And even when I do my Christmas home media collection as well. Well, anyway, let's not spoil that. But anyway, Santa's Little Engine is all done. And the last one to feature nitrogen episodes, that's Wild Water Rescue, which I luckily grabbed. Because the reasons why, also another reason was...
So do I, because it has 5 new episodes that we never get to see.
It's okay. But yeah.
Yeah, this one has 5 new season 16 episodes, which I don't know why Lego Lover 117 that Wild Water Rescue is not a recommend? Because he said that those 5 episodes were on previous releases, but they're new. Those were new episodes, not like previous releases.
Yeah, the previous releases didn't even have them. But you know what? If they could have put Solar Surprise Day on Muddy Matters, we could have finally had all of Season 16 complete on physical media in the US.
And I don't know why Lego Lover 117 says that it's not a recommend, even though it is a recommend. But yes, I know he shouts like this. Probably not recommend. Then he realized that he had to before he says, "Oh, excuse me, I had a sneeze there."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he let out a shout because he had a sneeze.
But the coolest thing is that even though these have episodes from the Nitrogen era, technically, this is the only mainstream release to feature them in widescreen. Well, we don't count the Thomas's Railway Adventure sampler DVD to feature those 2 season 13 episodes in widescreen. This is the first time on a full, like on a mainstream release, to feature them from the Nitrogen era in widescreen.
Like, on the back, it said wheels, whistles, and wipeouts. Honestly, I think that would make a really good title for another Thomas and Friends video.
But we never got it thanks to stupid Mattel.
Yeah, they would have made a Thomas and Friends whistles, wheels, and wipeouts. Then they never did it because, I mean, I don't think they ever thought about doing that.
But wow, what a rescue! I
Entertainment was so stupid enough to have a deal with Mattel so they could buy Hit Entertainment, and then now the whole company is gone.
Oh wait, yep. There's Wild Water Rescue. You and me say to the viewers, recommend it, Jake Barton, because these are Nitrogen episodes we've never seen on DVD before. And the coolest thing is you can watch them in widescreen. So that's another thing. I don't know why Lego ever complained about. Well, not Lego ever, but I don't know why people. Because at least it's better seeing them in widescreen. Because I'm so sick of having to watch them in full screen all the time.
Well, not me.
Yeah.
Not me, because it don't matter what format I prefer. So.
Well, okay, but at least all the other ones I know I just still live with full screen. But at least this is the only time we get to see on a mainstream Thomas TV that Nitrogen episodes go widescreen. Well, unless you. Well, okay. Well, I mean, I don't think it's on any other releases, but yeah. Because I don't know if the Halloween episode on the one of those collections you have, well, the Thrills and Chills one, I think that it has the widescreen aspect version, but it squashed into full screen.
Are you talking about the release Spills and Thrills?
No, I'm talking about.
Spills?
No, I'm talking.
He's talking about Thrills and Chills, the Awesome Adventures Volume 3 Hit Favorites DVD that I have.
Which does contain the version from the UK version of Halloween at the end where the ghost pops out of the pile of scrap.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Crud. Oh, if it doesn't exit. Oh, we exited out. Crud. But yet there's Wild Water Rescue. Wild Water Rescue. Oh, I forgot Jake Martin's got other things. Well, he'll be back eventually, hopefully. But I mean, this release is easy to find if you and your brother are interested in finding it. Just simply look up Thomas Wild Water Rescue DVD on this release on Amazon or eBay, and you'll probably find this release in like a few seconds. I gotta say the Universal ones are easy to get. This one's the easiest to get because it has no slipcover. Hold on, there he is. Let me get him back. All right. What was wrong?
My mother was calling me. She and my dad had to pick up my brother Justin.
Oh, oh, that was what they were calling you for. First time since really. I know you forgot to tell your parents. It was my fault to call me about that earlier, but yeah. Wild Water Rescue, absolutely recommend it.
Recommendation for Jake Martin. Next time, if someone calls, make sure just mute or stop cam.
Well, that's what I do sometimes when I get interrupted, you know. I have to turn my mic off and my camera off so people don't see me. People don't see me saying what's going on with movie and game lovers situation.
Yeah, that way they won't hear the background
noises. Of course, maybe I should have pushed the mute mic off, and I should have mute my mic and do like this, like nothing would ever happen. So
yeah, I should have done that, you know. Well, anyway, yeah. That's it with the last one we're showing with Nitrogen era Tom stuff with Wild Water Rescue, but this Insan's Little Engine will be shown when we get to the Brenner era stuff later on. Just coming up very soon, but probably might just kick it off in January or February. Show off Thomas' whole media collection but only stuff with the Brenner era stuff. Well, yep, there's Wild Water Rescue all taken care of. And yeah. And that's it with the collection. I think we could just talk about other stuff as long as it's other hit entertainment stuff and other Thomas stuff in general.
And yes, I'm showing you the special features on this because yes, it has the model series of Determination song, but it's in full screen. But it has the scene from Calling All Engines where Thomas lifts a new beam onto the Solar suspension bridge.
Yeah, I forgot to mention about the Wild Water Rescue DVD that yes, we know what the episode Bust by Buffers of season 16 kind of reminds us of the Dragon Tales version of Cowboy Max episode.
Yep.
And I would be like, seriously, hit entertainment for Bust by Buffers and Sony for Cowboy Max?
Which, yes, for some reason, Sony put Cowboy Max in another episode in season 3, even though that would have made sense if Sony would have put those two episodes with no Enrique in season 2. That ought to have made sense.
Yeah, because even though they have some repeat season 2 episodes in season 3 of Dragon Tales with new episodes, technically. Well, I guess I can listen.
Has YouTube done anything with your channel today?
I didn't see anything. No, not that I'm aware of. No.
They did not do anything with mine either, which is good.
Well, luckily, when I removed some of my community posts, what that was not appropriate. Luckily, I think I removed this post where I'm saying I was so me sharing excitement that my probation at work would be over. I had to remove that post because I don't like talking about stuff on YouTube about what's happening in my real life stuff. So I removed it, and I'm actually surprised it didn't terminate the community post thing from my channel. But I'm not sure well, we all know tomorrow's Saturday, yes.
If I were to ever watch Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure for the first time, hopefully I do not lose my temper when watching the parts with Sir Topham Hatt. Just raging at Thomas.
Being a barnacle head to him. Well,
just like me, either I think back in August or September. Yeah, I think back in August that was
what?
Three months ago. Yeah, 3 months ago. Like me, I did watch the Lost Treasure movie, and I
don't get this at all. I don't get this.
I flipped out. I almost sobbed at the last part. So
Yeah. I guess I could show some stuff. Well, I think what I'll do, I don't know, because I'm probably. Let me go take care of something, guys. I'll actually be right back, but I'll make sure to keep my thing turned off. But I'll just be right back really fast.
Okay.
Oh, frick. This song is really loud. That was just my alarm.
Okay.
So I guess now we'll just be waiting for moving Game Over 98. I think this.
All right, here I am, guys. Shoot. Whoops. Oh, here we go. This should work. I'm back, guys.
All right.
Hold on. Jake Martin's turned his thing off. I was going to show him something, but then he turned his thing off. Oh, here's Buzz Lightyear
Stark. The Adventure Begins. Huh, kind of reminds me of the Thomas and Friends DVD, The Adventure Begins.
Well, yeah, but this one's mean, this is the only 2D animated thing of Pixar to release on physical media.
Since they both have The Adventure Begins in it.
Well, except The Adventure Begins Thomas is in CGI.
Yeah. 2015. Well, this one was made first.
Yeah, they were 15 years apart.
This one was from 2000.
Yep, but this one they feature. But this one, Woody's voiced by Jim Hanks instead of Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, Jim Hanks voices Woody. He also Jim Hanks. Yeah, Jim Hanks. He also voiced Woody in Toy Story treats, like commercial breaks or something.
Yep. Yep, here's this. I don't think you still don't have this yet, Jake Martin. I don't think I showed you this. The Bear in the Big Blue House live DVD. If not, I'll just show it to you right here.
We got a lot of Disney stuff.
Sure, trying to close this thing. There we go. Alex Yoakum says, I Buzz Lightyear Star Command on VHS. I'm not going to get it on VHS. I'd rather stick with my DVD. Well, even though it's on full screen on VHS and the DVD's in widescreen, because at least like Disney did something with their correct aspect ratio, which I'm pleased. It's like, yes, I think I showed when I showed Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamps Adventure, it's full screen on VHS, but on the DVD it's in widescreen.
Personally, I do not know if I want to get Buzz Lightyear Star Command The Adventure Begins.
I'm getting it on VHS. So.
Or you can get the DVD too.
I might as well just get all the other Toy Story movies, like Toy Story 2, Toy Story 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Toy Story of Terror.
Wait, yep, we know it's Dragon Tales Let's Start a Band. Which I think you told me yes, which releases you'll get with this release, Jake Martin, the DVD versions of the season 6 releases of Thomas. There's Let's Start a Band. This is the first Dragon Tales released technically in order, where we do see the Dragon Tales season 2 animation on video for the first time, but the release after that we'll see first full season 2 episodes of Dragon Tales on DVD and VHS. Well, I guess I'll grab something because I wanted to show you something about the Thomas Birth Express DVD. These are the two I got from the Mega Replay back in 2019.
So you got both of those?
Yep. Even when I got the Star Wars original trilogy and some games, it almost cost me $100. Can you believe that, guys? This and the video games and the Star Wars original trilogy cost me almost $100 just for all this.
Just for 2 DVDs, or?
No, for some video games and that Blu-ray set of the Star Wars original trilogy.
So how many stuff exactly did you get?
Well, it was technically a few video games and basically a few video games. Well, because I wanted some video games. So really, like, close to $93.
Surprisingly, that was less expensive than the price I got for the Wiggles Yummy Yummy Wiggle Time Australian DVD, which was actually nearly $1 to $100.
Okay, well, at least
the price I got it for was $99.89.
Wow, that was something. But
yeah.
I mean, even if I get this on VHS, Jake Martin, I'm not bothered by it at all. But I'm actually shocked that this Blue's Clues YouTuber, he has the vertical ink label variation of Let's Start a Band on VHS. Well, he was in one of my streams before, and I was like, I should have told him, dude, yeah, I'm so shocked you have the ink label vertical variant of Let's Start a Band on VHS, but not the horizontal sticker label. But seeing his vertical ink label, Jake Martin, of Let's Start a Band on VHS reminds me of the Black Diamond Classics VHS of The Little Mermaid version with a vertical ink label and those Time Life Thomas VHS tapes with those vertical ink labels. And maybe the 1996 VHS variant of The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which I'm probably not going to buy, because I'm probably going to buy the 2002 VHS version of The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Which, I don't know if any of you guys have any Winnie the Pooh films on physical media yet.
Probably not.
I mean, you'll start with The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh probably soon. But I'll probably get the 2002 VHS and DVD disc loose of The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, because there's another DVD I saw with Disney trailers, and it unfortunately has a little Einstein's trailer. The 2007 DVD of The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, it's crazy. I like to call that the 30th anniversary DVD of The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And there's another one I saw with the little Einstein's trailer. I was like, Disney, what are you doing? I was like, really, Disney? You put the Playhouse Disney show I now despise? Well, I mean, even though I like Winnie the Pooh, I don't think I'm a mixed bag between My Friends Tigger and Pooh.
I think My Friends Tigger and Pooh is good.
I mean, it's still educational because it's Pooh. Everyone knows people loved Winnie the Pooh when they were a kid, but watching the 3D animated series on Playhouse Disney wasn't that technically bad. I mean, well, anyway. Yep, here's the Adventures in Dragonland DVD again, Jake Barton. I was telling you about the scenes where... Yeah, I think you'll have to do this for me one of these days. Well, once you have the time. I was thinking maybe not this weekend, but maybe next weekend you do the post for me. Try to fill up all the pictures with everyone, the characters kissing. I almost said crying. Blah.
Careful.
Blah.
Careful there.
There we go. I'm saying, yeah, the characters kissing. Yes, I was saying, use these DVDs, the episodes from these DVDs of Dragon Tales, with Finn and Cassie kissing each other in opposite episodes. Yes, and the bride kissing Percy from Happy Ever After, and use one image from Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure with Scamp kissing toddler baby Junior, and use that picture of Lilo and Stitch, where Lilo is kissing Stitch. I was hoping maybe you could make it for me that maybe next Friday or maybe next Saturday. Hopefully just not tonight, or maybe, and probably not tomorrow night, but maybe next Friday or Saturday night. But when we do the characters hugging, but we will have to do the kissing from the Dragon Tales ones opposites, Jake Barn, because after we do the one with the first one with Finn kissing Cassie, but I think when we do the characters with Cassie kisses Finn, but this one from Baby Troubles right here, make Emmy kiss Kiki. Before she says night night Kiki, and use a different one of Scamp kissing Junior. Maybe do the one where he's not, the one, I don't know, maybe it's the one where when you do the Finn and Cassie kissing each other opposite ones, do the one with Scamp kissing baby toddler Junior when he's not muddy, but this one, when these ones are kissing the baby dragons, the one human is kissing a baby dragon and Cassie's kissing Finn. Maybe use the one with Scamp kissing Junior, but this time when he's muddy, but still keep, yes.
Yeah, oh.
That's what I was saying. Can you do it for me? Maybe like, hopefully, do it for me. Maybe next Friday or Saturday, Jake Martin.
I'm gonna have to go now. So
Okay.
see you all next stream.
Yep. Okay. See you, Toss of Wheels.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. But this is what I was trying to explain. Like, say, like when the characters kiss the baby dragons, maybe do it with Scamp kissing Junior when he's muddy, Jake Martin, but leave the other two images, Lilo kissing Stitch and Percy getting kissed by the bride and Happy Ever After. But this one I'm going to show with the characters hugging. Like this one, Emmy and Max hugging at the end of teasing is not pleasing. This one, and this one, Cassie hugs Kiki. And in Room for Change, which I didn't bring the Experience New Things DVD with me, but or maybe I could grab it well, I'll just explain it. I don't want to grab it because I do not have any more time. I think I'll stop at 5 till 10:30. So I got 10 more minutes. I'll just talk for 10 more minutes. But yeah, these ones, I think if you do it the one for me hugging, maybe next Saturday. Do the post for me next Saturday, Chi.
Well, tomorrow is Saturday, so...
Like, yeah, I'm not saying tomorrow on Saturday, but hopefully next Saturday you do it for me. I'm talking about next Friday you do it for me, the post of the characters kissing, but make sure to update it even more. But, like, here, I'll just explain it again. Like when Cassie and Finn are kissing, and I almost said a different word again. Cassie and Finn are kissing in opposite episodes. Use one image of Scamp kissing Junior, but when he's not muddy, but still use Percy getting kissed by the bride and Lilo kissing Stitch. But for this one, with the characters hugging, I've tried the wrong DVDs, but at least I'm saying the sentences right. But for this one's from these DVDs, and even the Room for Change one, but I think we should do this each at a time. But also like with the characters kissing, right here, Baby Troubles. Maybe do the one with Emmy kissing Kiki second, but do Cassie kissing Finn first. And still do it, the middle image, Percy getting kissed by the bride and Happy Ever After. Well, yeah, the ones with the kissing for next Friday, but the day after Thanksgiving. And maybe the Saturday after.
Well, I do have a picture. I do have some... what I'm trying to say. I do have a few pictures of Elmo kissing a baby from Elmo's World episode, so that might be a plus. So,
well, that is something. I mean,
I do have the one from Beaches from Summer Vacation, which I know you do have, and yes, I remember.
Wait, you're saying
that footage clip. Sorry?
Wait, you said the DVD Elmo's World
Summer Vacation?
I don't have.
You don't have it. What?
No.
Wait,
all I have is
forgot. You don't have it. I forgot. Man.
It's okay.
Oh,
it's okay. It's okay. I messed up before. But anyway. But it'd be cool if you could. Since you said something about Elmo kissing the baby, maybe there's a way you could do it with maybe Elmo kissing Junior as well. Well, if you have the way to do it, well, maybe next Friday you do it. Oh my god, there's no time to add Fiery. I've only got 7 minutes left.
No. Not tonight, Fiery. Not tonight.
And now I'm down to 6 minutes.
Well, speaking about the Elmo's World, the Beaches episode, I did use the clip footage for my intro video when I later get a second YouTube channel, when the Get Ready to Wiggle song is playing.
Yeah, I know that one of those ones. I think like after that scene, it cuts to the scene from Bill and Ben from Double Teething Troubles from season 5.
Yeah, when they were all mad when they were pulling some stones.
Yeah, it's like when the narrator says, "Work in the clay mines and quarries near Brendam Docks. Their work is important, but it can be hot and dirty. Sometimes this makes the twins naughty." By the way, well, hopefully next Friday you make it for me. The characters kissing. Well, you have to swap the images with, but use the different poses of Scamp kissing Junior, but different times. But, like, I think I memorized it this time. I'll just say without holding the DVDs. With Finn and Cassie kissing in opposite times. Use with Scamp kissing Junior, but he's not muddy. But the Lilo kissing Stitch and Percy getting kissed by the bride is the same. But when you do the one with Scamp kissing Junior, but he's muddy, use the pictures of the baby dragons getting kissed. Like, first we'll do the one with Finn getting kissed by Cassie in The Shape of Things to Come, but Emmy kisses Kiki in Baby Troubles.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know what Fire was saying, but anyway, it's okay. Oh. Well, anyway. Well, hopefully, like I said, yes, you'll do it for me next Friday, Jake Martin. The characters, different times of kissing each other, but with the hugging ones, I don't know how you can do it with like the ending scene at the end of Lady the Tramp 2 Scamp's adventure, like when Junior's hugging Scamp, like at the very end when he calls out Scamp, "I love you," and then Scamp starts to lick him on the cheek again. I mean, I know how to get that clip, but I just don't want to snapshot it right now. But I do know a way you can do it with the characters hugging, but just do them opposite the Dragon Tales ones at opposite times. But maybe use the last image of baby toddler Junior hugging Angel the dog. Kind of like, well, I like to do it with his mouth open because like this other image, like Angel's mouth is shut, but Junior is still laughing and cooing while he's snuggling with her, which I do admire. That's a cute image. But yeah, I did see that post you made for me for how Max is getting comfort by Emmy and Enrique from Dragon Tales All That Glitters, and Gordon is coupled up to Thomas from the end of Down the Mine. I actually kind of wanted to try something differently, but try from when Sir Topham Hatt puts his hand, pats his head on Winston from Wayward Winston at the end. When he says early days ×2. Okay, good. 2 more minutes. I think when I reach 1 more minute, this is what I always do this. I end it off with an impression. Always end off with an impression. Okay. Well, hopefully, yeah, I'll remember. Hopefully, remember to do this for me next Friday, Jake Martin. The posts with different characters kissing at opposite times, and maybe Saturday do the hugging ones for me. Like next Saturday, do that. Just not tomorrow, Saturday. Not the actual Saturday that's coming tomorrow, but hopefully next Friday and Saturday you do it for me. Well, if you get the chance, well, because if you're busy, I understand. Because I understand. I know it's not fun. Sometimes being an adult's not fun. I mean, sometimes you have to deal with doing chores and all that stuff. Well, yep, I got 1 minute left, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do an impression. Yeah, hopefully I know I gotta make sure it's something you can at least guess, because I know you don't want to hear it from stuff you don't want to hear from anymore, but just at least stuff you can at least recognize. But yeah, let me go and do a quick impression. Let's see if I can just do it. Let's see. Okay, let's see. This impression is definitely going to be from... Let's see. Oh yeah, how about this impression from this, shoot, I don't know. How would I try from this? Oh yeah, this impression where it goes. Oh yeah, how about this one where it goes? At last, Sir Topham had arrived. I hope you are sorry, he said, and that you understand that every job on the railway is important. We have a new tank engine called Percy, who helps pull coaches, and Thomas and Edward have worked the main line nicely. But I will let you out now if you promise to work hard. Yes, sir, said the three engines. We will. That's good, but please remember that this no shunting nonsense must stop. Sir Topham Hatt then told Percy, Edward, and Thomas that they could go and play on the branch line for a few days. Then they ran off happily to find Annie and Clarabelle at the junction.
Percy runs away.
The George Carlin version.
But with George Carlin sends a big day for Thomas, and could be found on this one.
And also on Shinetime Station Season 3's Dance Crazy.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Now I'll let you go, Jake Barnes, since I was trying to think hard of an impression. Now the stream's over. It's probably come to an end. Yep. I'm not sure what I'll do next week for streams, but it'll come, because I know next week is the Thanksgiving week.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be really busy, so I'll have to think of what to really do during the Thanksgiving week. But yeah, I'll let you go, Jake Barnes. I'll quickly sign off.
Okay.
Yep. See you, and thanks for being on this stream with me.
Anytime, and see you on the next stream.
Yep. Yep. Well, anyways, yep. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream on me showing my Thomas home media collection with Nitrogen era stuff only. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and stick around for maybe a cool stream coming next week, depending on the day of the week. And yep, hopefully stick around for it coming very soon, guys. And that's it. And bye-bye for now.